If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Right, hi, welcome to episode 1 of Helm of Fate, 7th Sea. Hi everyone, it all's going well, brilliant.
No one's going to get my comment.
Second time we've done this.
I'm a 100% professional streamer. Can you tell?
Nice.
Hi. Yeah, Helm of Fate. It's called Helm of Fate because, spoilers, it's the characters are driving the stories, the players are driving their own fate, so why not? And, you know, you drive a car with, whatever. And
you could say it's a role-playing game that's on a boat, and a boat has a helm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Therefore,
That's it.
we control the helm of our own fates. Hence the name.
There we go. Brilliant. Multi-layered. And it could also mean something else as well.
It's like an onion.
It is. You peel away one layer and there's another layer right there. Like skin.
Wow.
Ew.
I'm really disturbed now.
Well,
we just lost both the ladies in this chat.
but yeah, I'm James Corp. I am the hostess with the mostess, and I'm running it. I'm really scared, but hopefully it will go well. I'm always scared anyway before I run a game because I don't know if it's going to go well or not. That's and I know that if I'm not worried about a game, then it's probably not going to be very good because I'm not putting my heart into it. But anyway,
Wow, starting off strong, James. Jesus Christ.
so yeah, let's go around the table and get people to introduce themselves and their characters. So Harrison.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh god.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Cameron.
My name is Lady Cringe.
I am playing the character Mari-Antoinette Normandie.
I've just put Marie on the title because it's too long. You like picking really long names that I can't fit on a name tag, so stop it.
None.
Fuck's sake.
I am a naval officer of the Navy of Monty.
Are you still a Navy officer at Montaigne?
I am a former naval officer. I have since gone into the world of trade, and I may also be a revolutionaire.
Okay.
But we do not tell that to the...
I spit in your face, you English pig. Right,
Wow, James. I'm actually very impressed.
So am I.
I've known James for a while now, but he's never once attempted anything like that. Good job, James. Damn.
That's brilliant.
is it?
I put in a petition for James to play the French character now, yeah?
Yeah.
I can literally do that, and that is literally all I can do. Chelle?
Hello. I'm not going to do an accent or speak in French, so that's cool.
Well, you're Irish, so you don't have to, do you?
Yeah, I picked that on purpose. I'm also not going to do an Irish accent because
Here's how you do an Irish accent. Here's the tip,
Top
right?
morning.
No. You just gotta say to yourself, and this is a true thing that I was taught. You just gotta say to yourself, "I'll firebomb your house," and then you got the Irish accent down perfectly.
That sounded
that's
Australian.
so
That
insulting.
sounded
and
Australian.
that also sounds Australian.
I'll firebomb your house. You gotta say it like that.
Still sounded
I'm
Australian.
also very sick right now, so you're gonna have to excuse my baritone tones. But if you say it, you'll get it. Trust me, it
I'm
works.
sorry,
I
but that
can't
sounded
actually
nothing
do
like an
an
Irish accent.
I'm just not going to. Anyways, I'm Chelle. My pronouns are she and her. I'm playing Siobhán O'Brady. She's a Varachi fate witch who doesn't want to be a Varachi fate witch, so she's pretending that she was born in Innismore.
Hence the O'Brady part. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not actually her real name. It's just what she goes by. None of you guys get to know her real name.
Cool. Dave.
Yo, what up? It's me, Dave. I'm sick. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dad.
No, you're not. Don't say that.
Oh God.
So, yeah, I'll be playing Alphonse O'Toole, the son of what was the fucking name?
Toad.
Peter O'Toole.
Toad.
Tade O'Toole.
Just say Toad for fuck's sake, or whatever you want.
Yeah, Toad O'Toole, the son of
Irish.
Argyle O'Toole, who is the current leader of the O'Toole family. So I'm in the position of the son of the firstborn son. That's a weird way to put it, but yeah, that's how it goes. And he is a, I guess, what do you call someone who isn't a princeling, but is sort of on that sort of area?
Noble.
A noble?
Asshole?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
noble. Noble's good. I'll choose to ignore that other comment. So yeah, that's me. I don't know anything much more than that. And yeah, we'll go with that.
Jen.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jen, or Pales, or Pale, whatever. And I'm gonna play Avaleen O'Toole, or Ava for short. And she is also the O'Toole family. So Alphonse is my cousin.
Mhm.
And I am the daughter of Meg O'Toole. And I'm also a noble. Or was a noble.
The other
Yeah.
word you can use as well is aristocrat as well.
Aristocrat,
'Cause,
yeah.
you know-
Aristocrat, yeah. Yeah, and that's me.
Yeah.
Anything
Right?
else?
And you're on the run. And you're on the run from your family because they're
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
marry you off.
Yeah, I'm running from my betrothed because I do not like my family. Yes.
Yeah,
Who's got the loudest TV on ever?
that'd probably be me because my wife is watching TV.
Ah. And last but not least, Monty. Oh, you're
It might
muted.
be-
Can't hear you, dude.
Muted.
Shouldn't be.
There you
Oh.
go.
Oh.
Very low.
His character's a mute. He's in character.
Let me quickly check audio settings. Is that better?
Yeah, it's almost like we should have done this beforehand.
So yes, I'm playing Quinn Mallory, a sorry excuse for a she knight. Well, squire, shall I say? Knight's getting a bit ahead of himself. And he's a bit of a wheeler dealer, bit of a rapscallion.
Bit of a Del boy, would you say?
A bit woo, a bit way.
A what? A Del boy? What's that?
Yeah.
Like a guy that serves you meat in a deli? Like what is that?
No, like you ever seen the classic British comedy Only Fools and Horses?
And horses.
Yeah. Have you seen the
Sorry,
classic
what?
Only Fools and Horses?
No.
No.
He's a bit of a geek.
That's gonna be a big no for me, dog.
Oh, really? All right. Okay.
Even I've
I
seen
thought you were gonna say Faulty Towers, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's about it.
No, but Del Boy is the name of a character. And he's a bit of a wheeler dealer type bloke
He's basically James.
I'm not fucking a wheeler dealer, am I? No, I'm definitely not. I'm not going to make £1 million by this time next year. Well, you never know. But yeah, there's the characters. I just want to do some small, quick housekeeping for you guys that are in the game today with me. If you click on your tokens, you should see an up and down arrow. I just want to make sure you can all see it. It should be in the top left-hand corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you do a roll, when you roll to when you work out how many races you've got, if you just hit the arrow up and type in the number of raises you've got, that will add you instantly to the initiative pool.
Okay, I don't even know what a raise is, so this is going to be awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
that's where you will learn. I mean, that's what this first session is all about: is teaching the game and getting you all like up to speed on how the mechanics work and stuff like that. I'm obviously going to have help from other people. Monty,
Yes.
I'm going to give you a role to do for me, okay, while we're playing this. And your role is going to be flair. So so just make sure that everyone's role when they do their thingy, their approach and stuff like that. If they put a description on it, they get one extra dice for the description. It doesn't have to be massively in depth. Just a brief sentence, whatever. As long as it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna hit him with melee or whatever. You know, as long as it's got a little flair in it, they get a bonus dice, and they get a bonus dice if they've not used that skill yet in this combat, in the action sequence or dramatic sequence.
So the rules, basically, James.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rules.
So what is my role in this thing?
Just to make sure that you remind people, don't forget you get an extra dice, this, an extra. I'll do it. Fuck it, I'll do it.
I can help you with this. It's no problem. Don't.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Other than that, I think that's really it. We'll probably talk during the break about some other stuff and things that we were talking about before we started. But yeah, I think we're good to go. I think we should start. I'm not fucking nervous. Okay, all right. So it was about a week ago that Alfonso caught up with Ava.
Alphonse. Alfonso.
Oh, Alphonse. Okay.
Off to a great start.
All right. Well, if I don't know how they, fuck all of you. You're all dead.
Have you?
Game over. Right. Next game. Yeah. So, see, I was thinking. Was like just going. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Alphonse or Alfonso? So I went for Alfonso because it looked like it. But anyway, so Alphonse caught back. It's only been, well, has it been a week or has it been a bit longer? How long has it been since you caught up with Avaleen?
Well, specifically speaking, I don't think a week would be very far away from the Isles. So, how far away are we from the Isles, James?
Well, from the Isles, you're all the way down near Castile and Verdacci. You're currently down there at the moment.
So what you're saying is halfway across the globe, then?
Well, across the mainland to the other side.
That's a very long way, James. So I would say that would probably take close to, if not maybe 2.5 months.
Yeah, but don't forget you was trying to catch up with her.
Yes, but if she's all the way over there, the travel time alone would just cover that. So,
but maybe you were already down there when you found her. You don't have to have found her and then we go to the place.
Sure, but that's what I'm saying. Like I met her, like I found her there.
Yes.
I would say that the travel time to get to that point would probably be 2.5 months.
Right, but it's only been about a week since you caught up with her directly. Actually, ran into her.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah?
Sure, yes. It's been about a week since I met up with her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's fine. I misunderstood. My apologies.
Right. We both got wrong end of the stick. And Avaleen and Siobhán. Is it Siobhán? Did you say her name is?
Pretty sure that's how you pronounce that word.
Yeah, Siobhán. Yeah.
I've seen it spelt differently, but hey.
It's Siobhán.
So Avaleen and Siobhán, about a week ago, you were hired for a job to do. You were hired by a Jada de Octava.
By what now?
Jada.
Okay.
Jada de Octava. She is a scholar who resides in Castile. She resides in the I can't even fucking read that. This map is useless. I'm going to put a new map on it at some point and make it nice and high res.
Get a big bastard up there.
I might even just put the outer character one on because it's just nicer to view. Shut up with your high CPU, detective. Fuck off. Yeah, you was hired by her. She resides in Puerto del Sur, which is a coastal port on the southeast region of Castile, not too far from the Vatican City. Well, probably about 100 miles, so it is probably quite far, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that far. So, yeah, so it's this one right here.
Here, I'll draw a little thingy. There you go. You guys are there. Yeah. Boom.
Obviously, you Siobhán, you've been working with Quinn for some time now. Anyway, I believe was the arrangement, and obviously, Maria, you have been obviously hired as their ship captain, whatever the ship, whatever. Maybe you've come to more of an agreement over the time to deal with like how it works, but recently, like I said. You've all been you was all hired to track down did I write it down? Yeah, you was all hired to track down something known as the La Cruz del Disparato. Don't laugh. Disparato. I did have it, and now I haven't got it. I'll put it in chat.
Thank you.
I'll put it in chat. I'll put it in chat.
Mon Dieu. La Cruz del Dispositivo de Trama. Fuck me, that is a... You can pick difficult words, you know that.
Yes.
Otherwise known as the French Bane.
Oh.
Actually, this looks more Spanish.
It is Spanish because I've used Castile as
Fine.
Spain.
Spanish Bane.
And yes, you managed to find its whereabouts, hidden in some sort of Severin ruin somewhere. But when you got there, you wasn't the first people there.
Ooh.
A captain, a sea captain of from the Castiles, was the first to get this item for personal gain. In fact, you may have been the people that got it first, but the bastard stole it from you, and you're currently in hot pursuit, or was in hot pursuit of him, and as we're about to enter the game, however you pronounce Leave Brexit, or whatever it's called, whatever the ship's name is called. Don't spoil what I called it, you bastard. Oh, you ruined it. You ruined the joke.
So the joke is when you get what it is. It was like,
Huh?
I mean, I figured it was something like that based on what the words were, but it's...
Damn. All right. But yeah. So right this instant. So what's happened is your ship has caught up with Rodriguez's ship, and you're just literally, your crew have like pulled the ships together. They've put the hooks on, and we are literally starting with a bang, with basically you going over
Boarding
to
party?
the other basically boarding the other side of the ship.
What's his captain's name?
So it's night. It is night. The seas are very choppy, and there is a storm fast approaching.
What's this guy's name?
His name is Rodriguez de Carlos.
Oh.
So not Rodriguez de plot device.
No, I couldn't use.
I thought you were going to say
I couldn't-
Rodriguez del Taco. That would have been.
Este Carlo.
I'm known for not taking two choices but making them both at the same time.
So,
Shattered by you at some point, James.
pardon? What?
You're gonna kill our characters at some point. I know it.
All right,
Why
so
would
there's
I-
a storm
why would I kill-
approaching.
Yeah, there's a storm fast approaching. I'm just gonna hang on. I do have loads of shit that I sorted out, but
Okay. I think
why does that not work? Why is that grayed out? No, you son of a guns!
You silly sausage.
you wank biscuit.
All right, so the first thing you have to do before we start an action sequence, my good man, is you have to first define some stuff about the action sequence, right?
Yes, I do. So I need to. I think I need to start by saying what's at stake and stuff like that. Yes,
Sure.
that's correct. Okay, so currently there is. Let me get rid of that. There is.
Oh, hang on, but let's take a step back further because we have a bunch of people in here who've never played this before.
Yeah. Okay.
So within, 7th C 2nd edition, there are two distinct phases. Well, actually, there's three, but we're going to talk about two right now because they're the only two that make sense at this point in time. The first is what we're about to approach, which is called an action sequence. This is the sequence where swords are, clanged and bullets are shot and arrows are thrown and people do
Dramatic
front flips.
pirate music.
Exactly, right? And the next is a dramatic sequence. And a dramatic sequence can take place over a couple of days, a week, a month, whatever it is. And those dramatic sequences are like, the montages you get in Ocean's 11 and that sort of stuff, right? But the dramatic sequences are here and now, in the moment, things are happening within the same time period at the same time. So what's going to happen is James is going to tell us a bunch of things that is going to happen in this sequence. And once he's just told us what they are and where they sit within the turn order, for example, there's a storm coming. So James could say, when the turn order gets to 2, that means a storm is going to hit and this will happen, right? So in a lot of cases, that's sort of like the clock that the players have to work in. So once that's set aside, James, we will then tell James what our approach is. Now, the approach for this sequence can be anything you want. You could say, James, I'm going to enter into combat with my sword, right? And then anything that uses your sword will be within your approach. Now, does anyone remember when we talked about the approaches? And I think Pale or Jen,
Yeah.
you have the ability that allows you to change your approach, yes?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens when you set your approach? Basically, we have a turn order in this game. Now, when we roll whatever our approach is going to be, we'll get a series of dice. And every time you make from a total of 10, so let's say you roll a 7 and a 3 on 2 different dices.
Yep.
If you put those 2 dice together to make it 10, that counts as 1 raised. Now, normally you get like 5 to 3 raises, depending on how powerful you are at what you're choosing to do. Like if you're exceptionally good at something, for example, there's a lot of talents you can get that make you get extra dice, all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you take your raises and they go into a turn order. Now, the way that it breaks down is the person with the most raises will go first, unless it's a villain.
Yep.
The villain will always go first. So if a villain and a player character have, say, 7 raises each, the villain will go first, and then he can decide, like, let's say I want to attack, I don't know, Cameron. And then he says, I'm going to use 3 raises to attack Cameron. And then Cameron will take 3 wounds respectively, because for each raise that he uses to attack you, that's how many wounds you take. But that removes 3 raises from his total, putting him down to 5, right?
So
So
basically,
now he's fifth on the turn order. So that means the person who is now 7th goes, and he can use, and every time you use a raise, you accomplish something. So
Yeah,
let's say I want to
so
jump across to the other side of the boat. That will cost you 1 raise to do, right? As long as it's within your approach. Yeah.
So basically, 1 raise equates to 1 action, pretty much.
Yeah.
And accomplishing that action.
And the idea is that in a actual action sequence like this, things will happen so fluidly and so quickly that you'll use all your raises fairly quickly. In a lot of cases, someone with a dueling skill can use all his raises in 1 turn and just not have anything else to do for the turn. Like, that's something that you can do. But we'll get into the minutiae of that when we actually start playing. But for now, just think about what your character would be doing in a sequence where there are 2 boats coming together and your objective is to take back this plot device. So be that like, I want to swing over to the other boat and then sneak around the boat to try and find the item.
Yep.
And then take it back, right? That's something you can do. That can be your approach. And then James will say, okay, it sounds like you're trying to make a finesse sneak ability. And then you roll that and you do a raise. But let's say when you're doing your sneak about, you want to fight someone, that's outside of your approach. So it costs you 2 to do.
So the way I'm going to do it, though, is I'm going to go around and get everyone to tell me their approach. And then once everyone's said their approaches, then you can go... Because people can spend hero points on your characters as well. And you can spend hero points on your own character to give yourself additional dice and stuff like that. But you get more if another hero spends a hero point on your character. You get 3 instead of 1, I think. Is it 3 instead of 1?
Yeah, so let's not jump too deep into that.
But I'm going to I'm going to do it that way so that everyone has a chance to like go, actually I'd rather help. I want to help them, or if that makes any sense. I just want to sort of do it that way, get everyone to roll and figure it out. But yes, so I need to set the scene, all right? So yes, I did mention there is. So basically, it's a ship. It's a large ship. It's far bigger than your ship, but it's also much slower than your ship. Castile ships are generally bigger than anyone else's ships. They can hold a lot more, but they are slow and they're not particularly fast.
Galleon, probably.
It's not a galleon, but it is much larger than your ship. There appears to be at least 10 people, or at least 10 brutes on the deck. Who are 5 of them are probably in the riggings trying to sort out the ship, but obviously they see they're going to be coming down to deal with you. The captain of the ship, or Rodriguez de Carlos, is you can see all this, can't you? I hope. Yeah.
No.
You can't see
it where?
You can't on the map.
No.
Oh, wait, you're putting out.
The tokens at the top.
Can you see
right.
Can you see the tokens at the bottom here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So where all your characters are? So okay, this is where I'm panicking now. So yes. So at the end of this the first action sequence, because there can be multiple action sequences, not a multiple, but if it goes over, like you spend all your raises, at the end of this action sequence, the storm will hit. Okay, so when we hit 0, when everyone's down to 0 raises, a storm will hit. Okay, making things a bit harder. But at the moment, so you got 10 brutes to deal with, that will be dealing with your characters. The crew of Maria's ship are probably going to be dealing with trying to get the ship semi-ready defend it and get it semi-ready for the storm to hit. Oh God, I need to think about
Stress.
Yeah, stress. I did. So at the moment it is very choppy. So any real definitely anything that involves a lot of finesse, not finesse, but a lot of It's just,
acrobatics.
yeah, it's going to be a bit harder to do because the ships are literally rocking back and forth like crazy. So if you do, I'm going to say it's going to cost an additional raise to do anything really, really fancy. By the time we get down to 3 raises, 5 other brutes will join from below. They will come up from below to join the rest of their crewmates to help defend and repel the board. So,
And is this something that we know of?
well, yeah, because
Like, is the captain spouting what's going to happen?
So on turn 3, an additional group of crew, additional 5 members of the crew will come up from below. So if I put that there, yeah, I keep
Yay.
forgetting to fucking put them sources in. So yes, like I said, so the crew, so 5 members from the crew will come up from below decks on turn once we get to 3 raises. The ships are rocking back and forth, so it's going to be kind of difficult to perhaps. In fact, let's just say when going from one side to the other, if you're going at ground level, like it's going to be an additional raise to get across from ship to ship.
James, might I suggest we actually just get into it?
All right,
Then
sure.
just start, right?
Okay, all right. So I'm going to go around the table and ask people their approaches. I'm probably going to start with people who have played this before, so that the people who haven't played it before get an idea. So I'll start with Alphonse.
All right. So, our objective here is to get the cross. And we don't necessarily have to deal with the brutes if we don't want to, but it is a good idea to do it because at the end of the round, they'll do damage to us however they see fit. So, what I suggest I'm going to do, James, is I'm going to do what I need to do to make sure that Ava doesn't get hurt so that I can take her back to where I'm supposed to take her. So in that case, James, I'm going to be dealing with the brutes in whatever fashion I deem necessary.
Okay. So what fashion are you going to be dealing with them?
Probably in a very violent one, if I can have my way. So I'm going to be using aim and finesse here.
Okay.
Because I will be using my bow to do this. So the idea here is that, my combat style, for the most part, hasn't been proven in battle in a lot of cases. So I'm doing my very best to, cover the basics of what I'm doing. It's a lot of breathing. It's a lot of like steady aim. It's a lot of, that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it might be a little, because of how rocky it is, it might be a bit harder to aim and shoot at things, if that makes any sense as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's fucking like...
By that definition, everything would be difficult to do in this way.
True.
Right?
Okay. All right. Okay. Quinn, what's your approach? You're muted again.
Oh, you don't want
no,
me to
you're
roll?
not. No, you're not. No, I'll come back to you.
Wait, so who's
Okay.
want to know what I'm doing?
Yes, please.
Cool. Right. In that case, I will be leaping on board and scaring the bejesus out of some people. Basically showing off and making sure know that we are not to be messed with, so they should be just handing this stuff over. So I'll be using some panache and intimidate.
Okay. Marie?
Mary will be using the crew of the Le Verbou to make sure that that Rodriguez's ship does not get away. So she will be commanding them from within their ranks, so that he does not get away, and we take the cross back.
Okay, so to me that sounds like you're trying to do
I'm trying to do finesse warfare.
Okay, I was going to say you were trying to do. It sounds like you're trying to command them to do stuff. Which is probably warfare.
Convince.
Yes.
Convince or warfare would work either way here. Yes.
Yeah. I shall take
Or
warfare.
sailing. Sailing could work too.
Also-
If you use like wits or panache sailing, that could.
Mm-hmm.
That could
But I
work
want to
too.
do damage to the ship, and to them. So
All
I
right,
think warfare is the best choice.
Siobhán.
Actually, I'm gonna change it. Sorry,
What?
I'm gonna change it to finesse sailing.
Okay. Siobhán.
First question: do we have hero points to start with?
Yeah,
Just
everyone
'cause
should. Everyone should start with 1 hero point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Seeing as she's got the all trait and points and hide and theft and shit like that, I think her approach is going to be to try and like sneak on the ship while other people are being distracted by men waving their swords around.
Okay.
And to actually like try and do what they're meant to be doing, because she's not
So
great in a
there's-
fight, but she is a good thief.
So there's
Okay.
2 ways you could look at that. That would be like a theft finesse, or maybe even like a notice finesse, if you want. Whichever one would line up
Both
best.
both of them have 3 points in it, so
It's worth picking a skill that has 3 points because you get a reroll at the end of it.
both
as well,
notice and theft have 3 points. So
So the thing that's worth pointing out though, like let's say, you want to let's say the cross is around a guy's neck. Notice is going to not help you take that from someone, right?
yeah,
But do you have the brush pass skill by chance?
I do.
Okay, well that solves itself then.
Yeah. I definitely, she is not going to be the type that's going to be making the like big wound dealing, but she
Alright,
is going to be the type that like
So
pilfers.
what are you? So you're either going to be rolling finesse. There's definitely going to be finesse involved because you're trying to be stealthy, and I've got to look at the skills again. What skills is it? Either
James.
it's either okay. Well, it's either finesse and notice, or finesse and
theft.
did I say theft? Yeah. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, either one of them works. And then Avaleen or Ava, what are you doing?
I want to get into the fighting, I guess. So get myself over onto the other ship and engage with the brutes.
Okay.
I suppose.
Okay.
I noticed that I have quick reflexes. Is that going to help me at all with this?
What does quick reflexes do?
Yeah, just if you click show, you'll show it to everyone. Choose one skill. So you have to pick a skill still. Did we pick a skill? So you need to pick one of your skills that you want for.
Weaponry.
Okay. So we need to change that to weaponry. So you always take actions as if you had an additional raise to spend. So if you roll 4 raises, you actually go on 5. What that means, because normally if you tie with a villain, I will come to it when we actually get there.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that sounds like you're trying to. It's either going to be brawn, weaponry, or brawn or finesse weaponry. But I'll probably say you're probably trying to use your strength rather than finesse to do this.
Yeah, brawn weaponry.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go around the table and get people to start rolling. So we'll start with Dave. Roll your.
Right.
Roll your. Was it finesse and aim roll?
Yep. And,
So
again,
don't forget, you get an additional dice for finesse because you described what you were doing, and you get an additional dice for not using the skill before. And did you want to spend any hero points or not?
I'll hang on to them for now.
Okay. All right.
All right, so let's see here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 with a 5 left over.
Five
But I
left-
can re-roll one of them, so I'll re-roll one now. Okay, so hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 with a 9 left over. So
Okay, well, I'm going to buy that 9.
uh-huh.
So give yourself 1 hero point. You can do it through the token if you want to as well. Oh no, but you've already done it. Okay. Okay. And then what I need you to do... Yep, there we go. Brilliant.
Real quick, let me just take a look to see if I actually had any. Okay, hang on. I actually get another dice because I had sniper.
Okay, just add an additional dice.
Yeah, I will.
That might take away your extra... Yeah, that
All right, so hang on. Yeah, that'll give me 5, and then you'll have none. So
Yep.
yeah. Okay. Can I just... Let me just see if I can change this real quick. Raises 5. Oh no, that... Hang on.
Hit
I got this.
the down arrow.
Yeah,
that
no,
will
I
take-
know. I got it. I got it.
All right. Monty, you was next, wasn't you? So what was you doing again?
I was doing panache intimidate.
Okay, do you want to give us a panache and intimidate roll? And don't forget to add 1 dice for description and 1 dice for it being a new skill. Do you want to spend any hero points on yourself or anyone else?
No, I'm good for the time being.
Okay.
Yes, I shall leap onto the old deck and like pull out my my twin knives.
Give them what for? What?
Just pull out my twin knives basically and be like, "All right, lads, you gonna give us that cross, or do you want to dance?"
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
So I get an extra dice, don't I? So, and then 2 extra dice was it?
2 extra dice. 1 for description. 1 for it being the first time you've used this skill.
Yeah.
In this action sequence.
All right, let's go. So that's
So that's 2, 3, 4. You got 4. Yeah.
4.
No dice left over.
Okay. So what you need to do, Monty, click your token, hit the up arrow, and then type in how many raises you got, and that will add you to it. Maria or Cameron.
Okay. It was
Sailing,
finesse.
wasn't it?
Yeah, finesse sailing.
I just want to point this out. If you do finesse sailing, you're not going to be commanding anyone. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
it'd
would
be
outside.
panache. It'd be panache.
It'd be panache sailing would be commanding people, but finesse sailing would be you doing like the rigging yourself or whatever. Yeah.
In that case, panache sailing. To command them. In that case, I need to increase that trait.
But it's also worth pointing out, like, if finesse sailing is just better for you, right? Like, one of the things you could potentially do is just take the off. If you want to command people, you still can. It just costs you 2 raises instead. Yeah. Yeah. So if you feel like you're going to get more out of it, then that's one way of doing it. You know. So.
Yeah. I think I'll go with sailing panache. Panache sailing. Sorry. So let me click that. I just click for raises, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you roll?
No.
You got to roll first.
Yeah. Submit. No bonuses.
No, you'd get.
You get 2 dice for bonuses.
Oh, right. Oops. In that case,
So
I'll
just at the very top there, there's just a +2 dice. Just click that.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what's
Okay,
that?
I rolled
Oh,
really
that's going to be very hard to put together. So you got 2,
Should we?
3, 1 left. 3 with 1 left over.
Okay, 3 with 1 left over.
So just so you know, guys, what you're trying to do is you're pairing dice off or multiple dice to make a 10, and every 10 you make is a raise, but it doesn't carry over. So if you make a 13, the 3 doesn't carry; it gets just lumped into it. All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, you also get. What was your skill level in sailing if it's free. So also if it's over 3, you get a reroll on the skill as well.
Oh, in that case, I get a reroll because my sailing is 3.
You just turn the 2 into something else then, yeah.
Yeah. So just
The
roll
only
1
way
to
that
10.
it would help, yeah. Oh no, there's a just click the reroll button up the top there.
Oh, sure. Sorry. Right.
And if the only way you'd get an extra die is if it hit a 10, I guess. So
It's a 4.
it's
Right,
about
did you have any dice left over?
yeah 1.
Yeah, 1.
Okay, I'm going to buy 1 dice from you.
Okay. So
So
that's
what
something I
James
get
is
a hero.
doing here, yeah, it does. So what James is doing here is heroes have hero points, and James as the bad guy has
Danger points.
danger points.
Yep.
Yeah, danger points. So they use this basically the same way, but for villainous things. So
But
then James can buy the remaining dice from us.
But what I've learned from talking to people is that if you don't have hero points, you can't do anything. So if me buying hero points, I'm just, if I see a random dice that's left over, I'm buying it. All right. So yeah. So
we're big damn heroes.
yeah. Siobhán,
Okay.
what was it? It was thief and no, it was either finesse notice or finesse thief.
I'm going to go with finesse notice and hope that the brush pass helps me with the theft, but notice will help me find it better.
Okay.
Seeing it's like dark and crappy. But one question I had was the advantage I have for being small.
Yep.
It says if I use hide to squeeze into tiny space or escape guard, that I get a bonus dice.
Yeah, I'll give you an additional bonus dice to that because you are small. It's dark. They're not paying attention to you. You're gonna quite easily sneak by.
Excellent. Okay, so now I have to figure out how to actually roll.
So go to the catch sheet. You got the catch sheet up, yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
So go to the skill where it says notice. Next to it is a drop down thing that you can pick what attribute it uses, or trait, I guess is what they call it. So pick finesse. Then then go back to where the skill is. There's a big blue button. It should go black when you highlight it. Click it.
And I do +3 dice because I get the 2 for describing.
Yes, let me just double check what, because there is something else that happens before, isn't there? I think. Hang on. Let me click a random enemy.
Yeah, there's a penalty.
So yeah, there's a penalty.
First,
so so there's no penalty, and then bonus. You're gonna get 1 for being small, 1 for being one. If you jumped ahead.
I hit the wrong button.
Okay, well you need to hit the right button. So hit the notice. Make sure notice has got. Oh, for fuck's sake! Make sure you've picked finesse notice.
Yep.
All right. Click the button which is on to notice. Click that.
Yep.
Right.
And now it's got
Penalty.
an input value penalty.
Nothing. There's no input penalty, and then you need to put 3 in for bonuses because you get 1 for description, 1 for basically you've not used the skill before, and the second and the third raise is because you're small.
Excellent. Okay, so submit.
Right, and like I said, you now need to pay off some dice and.
So you can re-roll that 1, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. If you want to re-roll.
Wait, is your notice? Yeah. So there's a button at the very top that's just called re-rolls. Just hit that button.
Okay.
All right. So you've got. So the 1 is gone. So that'll be 2, then 3, 4, 5. You got 5. No dice left over.
Okay.
Okay, so me
Okay.
then?
Yep.
Yeah, and I was
So-
gonna do weaponry, brawn, or brawn
Weapon-
weaponry.
Yep. So what you need to do is select the attribute again in the skill. I think I showed you this during the week anyway. Hit the
Yeah.
skill. Have you got any additional bonuses at all?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Right. Okay.
No, I don't think you took any of those. I think you took other stuff.
Yeah, I think I took other stuff. Do I add the +2 dice?
Yes.
So do I press weaponry and brawn first and then the 2 dice?
No, so hit weaponry, then brawn, and it'll come up
Yeah.
with a little window. It'll say penalties. Keep that at 0. Click OK. Then it'll come up with another window that says bonuses.
Bonus 2.
And then you put 2 in there. Yeah.
All right, cool. So
What's the flourish? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, I am, I guess, swinging over onto the other ship and engaging in combat with one of the brutes, and I am, I don't know, smiling and laughing because I find this enjoyable. It's adventure.
Yeah.
What's your weaponry at?
3.
Okay,
So I
so
can reroll.
you can reroll that one if you want to.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, good reroll. Good reroll. So
Very
that's
helpful.
2, 3, 4. So you got 4 with the 4 left over. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, so click on your token, which is your character portrait thing on the. Yep, there we go. All right. Okay, so obviously the. Let me move these around so that we've got a bit more space and it's a bit more defined for me. Have I got a 0? No, I haven't got a 0.
So James, what you can do here is you can add that extra stuff into the turn order if you really wanted to.
Oh, I could, couldn't I? Yeah. Okay, just bear with me though.
That way you can keep track of everything. So like, for example, you could put the 2 brute squads into the turn order. You could put the villain into the turn order, and then you could put like the storm into the turn order. Yeah?
So the villain, or Rodriguez, is going to be doing. He's basically going to be commanding people to get fucking cut ropes, deal with the borders. He's bellowing people to come up from down below, and yeah, he's just basically getting people to defend his ship.
What's his power, James?
I put his power at 10.
Fucking really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it suggested between 8 to 10.
So of
Is this
course he went for 10.
Is this a major or a minor?
Minor.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
basically what that means is that's how many dice he's going to be rolling for his villain.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh. Wow.
Awesome.
So,
Spend those hero points.
okay, so I only got 4 raises. So he isn't any faster than any of you guys.
Can I just have a quick question. I realize I have disarming smile.
Bollocks. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll cost you a hero point to use that though. But you can use that anytime you want.
Could I use that? No, but then I can't start any violent conflict, so then I have to.
Exactly. You're learning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well.
If I want to kill a brute, what do I want him to put his sword down and chat with me?
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm gonna use that. We're good. We good.
That might be one I want to take in the future, though, I think.
What? Disarming smile?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's on my list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Haha. Yeah. I have to learn how to do a disarming smile.
I imagine it looks a lot like a shit-eating grin.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
it.
much.
Do you want to demonstrate?
You know, the type of smile you get is like, oh yeah, it's so good. You know? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Shit-eating grin, yeah. Mhm.
I can do that very well.
I was thinking more of a Pan Am smile, but sure.
A what?
It's a smile that flight attendants are required to do because they have to keep giving service with a smile.
Can you demonstrate one?
Yeah, welcome aboard. It's literally this.
Is that
It
like
is
a?
literally this.
It feels like a polite cat smile. Like.
I call that my customer service smile.
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
smile that's hiding the seething
Yeah.
liquid behind the
Yeah.
eye.
Like, I am going to go home and post about this on Spoiled Apron, but for right now, I don't want to get fired.
Of course, sir. It's perfectly fine for you to do that. It's the 1960s. It's perfectly fine.
Yes. Please do call me sweetheart again.
Yes.
I love that. It's my favorite.
Please do.
No,
offer
sir, I'm not
to
eating
help
broken
you-
glass right now.
Please do once again offer to help join the Mile High Club. I appreciate
Ugh.
that so much. No. But yeah, that's where the smile comes from.
Sorry about this. I'm just getting used to this. All right, so just bear with me. All right.
What do you got questions on, James? I'll help you.
No. It's just organising thing. It's just all. I think they act on tone. I think they act last, basically, out of everyone.
The brutes? Yeah, no, they're 0.
Yeah.
Are they 0 or are they 1? Yeah, all right then.
They are 0. They are 0, 0, 0. So if the player has 1 raise left, he will go before them.
Is the silver coin Rodriguez?
Yes. All right. I think before we go into this properly, I think we should go for a break, and then we come back and we'll be in combat.
But then I won't be here probably.
Are you going?
I got about half an hour, and then I got a ditch for half an hour.
Okay. All right.
You get knocked out during the battle.
All right.
No, I'm just doing sneaky things.
I love the idea that you sneak downstairs and we never see you again.
We will be back. Right. So we'll start with. So there's 2 people with 5 raises.
Doesn't matter who goes first, honestly.
So yeah. So in fact, technically there's 3 people with 5 raises because Ava counts with she's 1 raise higher. So we'll start. So Siobhán, what are you doing?
Why do I count as 1 raise higher?
Because you've got quick reflexes on your
right.
weaponry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. If I go first, then I can take my turn and then run away. I have no idea what I'm doing, though.
Well, what do you want to do? So currently you're on your ship. What do you want to do?
Get to the other ship.
Okay.
All right, mate. Let's. Why don't we do this? How about I will go first, and I will create an opportunity for you to sneak in undetected.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay? So, in order to create an opportunity, I spend 1 raise.
Yep.
To create an opportunity for a hero to use in the scene. Now, you don't have to take advantage of it. In fact, anyone can take advantage of this opportunity. Keep that in mind.
But you have to spend a raise to use the opportunity.
Yeah. So opportunities are narrative permission slips. They give you the chance to do something that you otherwise couldn't have done typically because the situation just wouldn't allow it. You create a narrative opportunity that doesn't exist before you spend the raise. For example, you're finding whatever. So all of the opportunities you create should emerge naturally from the scene. You can't spend a raise to make dinosaurs appear. It literally says that in the book. So the same goes for the same goes for opportunities that don't make any sense or otherwise aren't fun. Okay. So yeah, in order for you to take advantage of this raise, you need to spend this opportunity. You need to spend a raise. So
okay.
The way that
down
I would
arrow thing, right?
Well, when it's your turn, basically. So right now.
Okay.
James, I will spend a raise. I'll create an opportunity for anyone to use. And the idea is that I'm going to distract the guards by shooting an arrow into the middle of them.
Okay.
Right, that'll land at their feet. And everyone will start being like, "Oi, did he just shoot an arrow at us? I think
Is it on fire?
No, come on now.
Come on.
All right. Spend a raise then, please.
I will.
So if you click the down arrow, does it deduct a raise?
You have to put the number of raises you're removing, I think.
Cool.
It defaults to 1, so you can just click it and land.
Sweet. Just checking.
All right. So, Siobhán, what do you want to do? While the guards
I'm going
are
to use the
distracted.
opportunity, and I'm going to go to the other ship.
All right. Spend a
How do
raise
you
then,
do
please.
that? How do you do
Yep.
that?
How do you
Tell
do
us.
it?
How do I do it?
Mm.
Be descriptive.
Okay,
The game.
so I make sure that I'm wearing all black, and I swing over to the other ship, preferably close to wherever like the cabin area is, which I'm
Yeah.
assuming is where people aren't standing. So I'll like aim for that part.
Probably
Out of the
towards
lights.
stern of the ship.
Slip into the shadows. I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
You'll-
All right. So you clamber onto the other side, or swing over to the other side of the ship, and you sort of like hunker. You sort of like slip down between sort of the cabin and the stairway down. You sort of like hunker down there. All right.
Yep.
Next.
That be me then?
Yeah, Ava. What do you want to do?
I want to get over to the other ship, and I want to engage the brutes with I don't know what kind of weapons I have.
Well, I mean, you
Well-
can define what weapons you carry. Like, the only definitions that this game has for weapon requirements by narrative standards is in the dueling styles.
Okay,
So
well,
you could be carrying whatever you want. You'd be carrying a pair of scissors and still do the
If
same.
you can
Okay.
use it as a weapon, it's a weapon.
okay, well, cool. I've got a not a katana, but like a sword.
So you've either got a rapier or a cutlass.
Yeah, a
It's generally
cutlass.
the styles that have been used
Right.
in this
Yeah.
particular period of time, especially.
So-
Well, I mean, you mentioned that anything can be a weapon. There is actually a trait for like bar fighting, which is like using a chair or something like that, right? So
Nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
But yeah, so I get over to the other ship and I pull out my cutlass and I wish to engage the brutes that Dave has confused.
Okay, so it's going to cost you a raise to do an action. So to get over to the other side, it's going to cost you 1 raise. All right.
Okay.
Didn't
yeah.
you, how are you getting over? Because James said it costs 2 raises to like do something tricky to get over. The only reason why, what is your character's name?
Siobhán.
Siobhán, sorry. The only reason Siobhán was able to get over was because I set up an opportunity so it cost only 1,
Right. Okay.
which is why I did it. So
Okay.
Thank you.
So I guess if there's something hanging, I don't know. Can I like? This is the part I
rope
don't
swing
really know.
over.
Yeah.
Right. So okay. So if something is available, so as long as it makes sense that something would be hanging, you're on a ship with rigging.
Yeah.
There's lots of things hanging. As long as it makes narrative sense, then it will be a yes, regardless.
Yeah. Okay.
So
well,
here's the other kicker. Because James said it costs 2 raises to do this, and because it's outside of your approach, it's actually going to cost you 3 raises to get it done.
But so my approach was
Brawn and weaponry.
yeah, but
So in order to do
mean-
this, in order to do the cutlassing,
yeah.
you need to first get to the position where you can do the cutlassing. So in order to get there, this is why the game is the way that it is.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for things to happen, like there are you can create opportunities that other players can take advantage of to circumnavigate the things that the GM puts in place, like what I
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
So if you can think of like a narrative exposition or something along those lines that can reduce the cost of the raises that you put in,
Mm-hmm.
that can definitely help you. Like for example, let's say you create an opportunity where you and another player can use the same rigging to get across, right?
And then she could
know what
use
I'm
the
saying?
brawn. Would that make it not outside of her approach then?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, creating an opportunity is outside of all of this. So creating an opportunity will only ever cost you 1 raise. So if you create an opportunity where you and another player can swing across on the same rope,
Okay.
you
Well,
can circumnavigate the stuff that James put in
Yeah.
place.
but then I have to use a raise to do that.
Yeah, and you won't get there this turn. But someone else could then take advantage of the raise, like say Monty's character,
Yeah.
who also wants to get over there and use Intimidate to do things. So it kind of
Okay.
makes sense that is what's
Okay,
happening
yeah.
right now.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good suggestion. I will do that then.
So what are you doing?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Describe.
Describe it.
Okay, describe it. I find a rigging that I create an opportunity where the rigging can be used again, and I use that rigging to swing over to the other side not in a stylish fashion, but in a robust fashion, I guess. And I pull out my cutlass and smile
Well-
at the dudes.
So
No?
technically, the way that it would work is if you're creating opportunity, the opportunity doesn't exist after you do it. So maybe it's you find a sturdy rigging, and you tie a footholds in it for you and another companion to swing across. But
Well, you cut it with your sword and go, way!
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. So
Tell somebody else to hold on, and here we go.
Yeah, you need a counterweight or something. I don't know. But the idea is that the opportunity cannot be like you cannot go over to the other ship unless someone takes your opportunity and spends a raise. If that makes any sense.
Oh, okay. So I can't go over yet until somebody else uses it.
Right, that's right. Yes.
Oh, okay.
There are talents in this game that will allow you to create and spend 2 raises. So you create an opportunity, then spend another raise to automatically use your own opportunity.
Okay.
But in the normal standards, you can't. So.
Okay, so basically this is just step 1. I'm gonna cut a rope to make a swinging entranceway for me and another person.
Okay, spend a raise then.
Yeah. Do I just do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
So you just press it down. Yep, there you go. Oh, that's really annoying. It like completely changes the turn order every time that happens, huh?
It's not supposed to do that. I'm not sure why it is.
And then you have to just reorder it every time, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, Quinn, what are you doing?
Right. I'll take advantage of that opportunity to swing over and try and land right in the midst of these brutes. And just sort of like do a kind of superhero landing, you know, type of thing.
Superhero landing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just be like, you're going to tell us where that cross is?
You gonna do like a power pose as well?
Yeah. I'm going to take my twin knives and like kiss each one of them and be like, you know.
Lick the blade, you're like,
She's insane.
Yeah, like.
So I guess narratively, that means like both of you would land like back to back, surrounded by brutes or something like that. You know, like.
Wait, me too? Does that mean
Yeah,
I'm riding in on the same opportunity?
That's right. Yes, because that's how you set it up. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm following. Good.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, just reduce your raises. Oh God, what's going on there? Hang on.
Also, I need to apologize in advance. My robot cleaning lady is about to come into the room, so it might get a little loud. Yeah, I do. It's one of those robot vacuums. So.
Oh, it's a Roomba.
I want a Roomba.
All right.
It's not a Roomba.
All right, Siobhán, you're hiding in the dark between one of the set of stairs down from the helm, and you know you're sort of.
Well, technically, actually, James, I think the villain needs to go now.
Oh yeah, he does go first because he's the villain. So he is going to be barking orders to get people up from the decks below. How would this work? I guess that's a raise. I guess.
Yeah. So it's a raise to do something. So technically, the crew coming from below wouldn't actually be on the turn order until now. Is how that would work.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Siobhán, now it is your go.
Okay, so I am going to use Eagle
So remember,
Eyes.
you can spend one raise to accomplish anything you want, as long as it's within your purview. You don't necessarily have to always spend a talent or a trait to get something to do.
Okay.
You can spend like one raise to do a thing, and then that'll just complete it. And James, this is the opportunity where you would say, okay, now that you're underneath the cabin, here's a couple more opportunities that you can take advantage of.
All
right?
Okay.
So-
Well, I'm supposed to give it all up front. That's the thing. That's the thing with this.
Or,
the way
I
the
mean,
game works. It's all supposed to be up. It's all supposed to be front loaded. So, but
sure, but there's also you can change it however you like. In a lot of cases, what you need to front load is what the players will know when they come into a scene. Like the player
I think
will
even
never
if I even think stuff outside the player's purview is also like there as well to be acted in. So I mean, it's not just like stuff that the players know. It is stuff that will happen, and the players themselves know it's going to happen. Maybe the characters don't, but the players do. So yeah, so
So can I just say, like, I spend a raise to find out where the cross is?
Well, no, that's not, because that doesn't make any sense. But you're going to need to. You would believe that he would have it in a secure location, which would be inside the.
You like to find the captain's cabin. Or...
Yeah, it'll be in the cabin that you're kind of adjacent to.
Okay.
Okay, but the door is locked.
Okay. Well, I want to open it.
Okay, now because it's okay, so that's going to cost you 2 raises.
Okay. But it's also part of my story.
But it's not part of the skill that you used.
No. That's totally fine. I'm because this is like a step in my story, which is cool. She wants to practice locks.
Okay, so yeah, so it will cost you 2 raises to open that door.
I opened the door.
Why does it keep resetting? I might have to ask people why it keeps resetting. All right, Alphonse.
Okay. Well, I think at this point, I am going to. Now I have all the dueling abilities for me.
I've got them in a document, by the way. If you look in the handout section.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out how slash works for a bow and arrow. That's the problem. Because remember, it was like an extra book or something.
Well, you'd fire it across. I guess you would shoot it across their. You know, you wouldn't aim to like hit them. You'd aim to like nick them with the arrow. I guess would be what you would be doing.
Is it Pirates Nation that I got it from? Let me just check here.
Does it change the entire? Does it change the entire? Like,
I think the so one of the books, I think it's either Heroes and Villains. It changes all of the maneuvers. So I'm trying to find it now. Sorry, give me a second here. The idea here is, I guess I would just shoot someone with a. I would shoot someone, James, with a raise. I'm going to. How many brutes are there on the top deck? 10, you said?
There are 10 brutes on. Yeah, there's two squads of brutes at strength 5.
But there's only 3 on the board, right?
Yeah, but they count as one. So there's 5 men. They've each got strength of 1.
So think of it like how much damage they're going to deal to you at the end of the turn, right?
Okay.
If there's 5 per group and there's 2 groups, that means if I do 4 damage to one group, that means he's at 1 power. So he'd only ever do 1 damage to you next turn. Yeah.
Okay.
And brutes work in the way that as soon as you hit them or wound them, it like removes them from the board.
Yeah.
So, okay. I think it might be different. Hang on. Okay. Okay, so I have the. Okay, yeah. Aroga thrust. When you learn the Demon Aroga style, you choose a weapon from spear, the sword, or the bow. When you use your weapon with the Loco style, you gain the following benefits. You choose the sword, you choose the spear, you choose the bow, you use aim instead of weapon to determine the effects of your maneuvers using the ranged weapon. Okay, that's fine. That's exactly the same. So it basically just for example, when it says slash, right, you deal a number of wounds equal to the ranks in weaponry. It would say ranks in aim.
Okay.
All right, that makes sense. All right, then. So I will do a slash maneuver on a group of them, James.
Okay.
So it'll cost me 1 raise, and I will do 3 damage to a group. So 4 damage in total.
It's 4 damage, yeah?
Yep, 4 damage.
Nice.
All right. It's reduced to strength of 1.
So basically, you guys are landing, you're all cool, doing all like your slow motion Matrix entrance, whatever you want to call it, and like 4 arrows just fling over your shoulders and just and 4 brutes just fall to their knees, and die out in a very children PG-13 Pirates of the Caribbean style.
Right.
They all scream the exact same scream and then fall off the boat. I don't know.
They all villain scream.
Yeah.
They're all
Well,
lined.
that's great.
They're all lined up really, and the arrow just like she cuts their face or whatever, just and just
Nice.
sort of trims straight past them.
Yeah.
They all hit an artery.
I think Ava's pretty impressed because she knows you, but she didn't know that you were that good at archery.
All right, can you move your thing down,
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
please? Why does it keep messing it up?
Where did I go?
Good question. It reorders it, so.
Oh, okay, right. Oh no, now we're down to 3, and now the rest of the crew come up.
Right. Yeah.
No,
So.
that happens at the end of the turn.
Yeah,
So
so-
the villain goes again, James.
Okay. Oh God, I probably chose really badly to do things with. So he's gonna start like. He obviously sees like 2 of you have come on board, so he's gonna. He's just gonna start moving. He's in control of the wheel, so he's up on the helm. So he's gonna sort of start coming down. So that's gonna cost him an action point.
You could. So the other thing that's worth pointing out, James, you never actually use a raise to do something that's not risky. So if there's no risk from him walking from the helm down to us, it doesn't cost a raise to do that.
Oh, okay.
Don't shoot me.
Yeah, fuck it. He's gonna spend 2 raises and shoot you.
Nice.
Oh,
He's got a pistol. He's just going to pull out and shoot. He's going to shoot you for. It's going to cost 2
Well-
raises.
A pistol will
Wound it.
actually give him a dramatic wound.
Yep. You take a dramatic wound, Quinn.
Okay. Like when you do that, I will spend a hero point to use one of my glamours.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. The other thing you can do in this game is if you're about to take damage, you can actually use raises to negate the amount of damage you take. If that makes sense. So if someone's going to do 2 damage to you, you can go, no, James, I'm going to spend 2 raises to block that shit.
all right,
Or
yeah.
dodge it or whatever. So
Problem is though, I think
Uh.
guns. You can't. Yeah, you can't. Dodging's a bit weird in this. It's not really like. Yeah.
I think so. What would happen is
I'm losing.
you would-
this.
um
Firearms.
yeah, firearms are a bit tricky in this game because they're just sort of like the
A
Yeah, the-
pistol,
you know, the
a pistol or musket in the hands of hero represents serious danger. Firearms are relatively easy to use. Anyone shot by a firearm by a hero or villain takes 1 dramatic wound in addition to all other normal effects from the attack. So you take 1 damage. You take 1 normal damage and 1 dramatic wound.
if you're spending 2 raises to do this, James.
Yeah, it only costs
So
1.
he would take 2 wounds and 1 dramatic wound.
No, he'll take 1 wound because it's out of his purview. It's out of his.
I see.
He's having to
Okay.
improvise, as it's called. So that 2 raises is actually only 1 raise.
Cool. But in this case, I will spend my hero points to activate my bullet catch glamour,
Right.
and
Cool.
I will chuck one of my knives up in the air so I've got a free hand and grab the bullet out of the air before it hits me. Hopefully, I'll catch the knife before it lands. But
Wait, so how do you use glamours? Like, what do you have to do here exactly?
So, the description for it just says activate this glamour to catch anything, including a bullet. So I assume it's like a reaction thing. Just spend a
But in my experience, every single piece of like magic or sorcery in this game actually requires like a cost, like a narrative cost to use them.
Mm-hmm.
Knife goes flying into the sea.
No. The only cost that he has for this is he has to like stay true to like the tenants, and that's really it.
Yeah, don't like obey the tenants of.
And he's got to spend a hero point to use it.
Cool. I'll do that then.
Right, You don't take any damage because you catch the pistol out of midair.
Bullet.
Yeah. Chuck the knife up in the air, catch a bullet, just like show it to like the brutes that are around me, and then just like flick it out.
You should catch it with your teeth next time. Like just.
Like the Magnificent.
Alphonse.
Oh, it's my turn again.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'll continue to do the same thing, James. I don't think I can use slash again though, because I used it last time. So what is the other ones I can do? Let me take a look here.
Which one is this?
Okay.
Try and be quick though. Just.
Yeah.
I'm not going to screw. I'm not. This ain't a tactical game, so don't worry about.
Well, I will shoot an arrow at our villain friend, but this will be a feint. So I'll go for his hand, basically.
Okay.
So I deal 1 wound. If your target is injured again this round, so someone else stab that motherfucker, please. He will suffer an additional wound as well.
So he takes 1 wound, yeah.
Which villain are you? The villain.
There's only one.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez de Carlos.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, he takes 1 wound.
Oh.
Yeah. He come to that. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Right, Ava.
Yeah. And I'm right next to Monty, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. And I see what Alphonse has just done, and I'm going to attack Sir Rodriguez with my cutlass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spend a raise.
Yeah.
And you do him 1 damage.
Now,
Okay.
so here's the thing you can do, Jennifer. I don't know if you know this, but if you wanted to spend all of your raises,
Yeah.
you could do extra wounds to this guy.
Oh.
So the way that it works is, if you're just doing a normal attack to someone,
Yeah.
you can say, I spend 3 raises to do 3 wounds to him.
Oh, right.
Right now.
Yeah.
And every 5 wounds he takes a dramatic wound.
Yeah, but so isn't it like strategically bad to deplete all of my raises?
Yeah, if you want to defend yourself, yes.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing about what is particularly happening here. Villains in a lot of cases, they never fight to the death. Villains always sort of like in the game. It depends on how Jane wants to do it. They tend to try and save their own life before they do anything else. Plus, I've already wounded him once, and when you wound him, it'll be an additional wound. So technically, in order to get to 5, you'd only need to do 3 wounds.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But this could also happen from someone else as well. So you could do like 2 wounds, and someone else could do 1 wound, and then he'd be at a dramatic. He'd take a dramatic wound. So.
All right. Well.
But yeah, it's up to you if you want to spend more. But.
Okay. Well.
The same thing. It's also worth pointing out the same thing goes for brutes. So if you spend 3 wounds, 3 raises, you can kill off 3 brutes in 1 turn, sort of thing. It's like,
okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no more brutes on the.
Oh no, there's plenty.
Yeah, there's still 1 left in one of the groups, and there's still
There's 6
5,
left, yeah.
and there's still 5, and by the end of this turn there will be an additional 5 brutes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna use 2 raises then to slash the flip out of Rodriguez.
So you're going to use 2 raises, yeah? So he takes 3 damage. I haven't got enough raises to stop that because I've only got 1 raise and it will be out of his whatever. He has to improvise and it will cost him 2 raises to even defend one of the wounds.
Yep.
Next is
defending a wound, James.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost anything more than 1, even if it's outside.
I think
even
it
if you're
still
sneaking,
does.
you
I
can
think-
defend.
Okay, I will check that,
Nope,
but I'm
you
sure.
can defend the-
Okay, all right then. I need to stop clicking on this and use this. Okay. So so he only takes 2 wounds from that. Yeah. So he's. So how do you describe to me what you do? Ava?
Yeah, I go for his arms. So I'm gonna like in a very kind of brawny way. I I don't know. I'm bad at this. Yeah, I'm
We'll
gonna take
start somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a slash at his arms because arms are important.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He winces in pain when you slash him.
Mhm. And I will.
Yar,
spoil
there
in
be
return.
my boat holders.
Marie.
Okay, so just to be clear, there is no one steering his ship anymore. Yes.
That is correct. Yes.
I turn to hang on, I actually gave some names.
What? All 20 of them.
James 180 for the avoiding wounds page, by the way.
Okay. I turn to our Helm and over
Okay.
the storm. Yeah,
So what are you doing? Sorry.
so I turn to our boatswain, who is in command of the helm of the Leverbu, and I shout, Monsieur Bocuse, turn us so that we are sideways to the storm, but make sure their ship is in front of us. And the idea is that they're going to get hit by the storm first, because the hooks will swing them round.
Okay. All right. Spend a raise then, please.
With pleasure. And then, can I spend a hero point?
To do what?
So I realized I have the skill Barterer, the advantage Barterer, and I want to shout to Rodriguez. If
Can you
you'll
show me
surrender,
Can you show me what the advantage does, please?
sure.
Right.
Okay. So I want to say to him, if you surrender, we promise that you may return to your ports. All we wish is what you took from us.
That's not really what the advantage is for.
Oh.
Yeah, I would agree with
That's,
that, honestly.
that's commerce. That's like trading and buying shit.
Please. Are
Hence
you
the...
muted?
Who's muted?
I thought he was.
Me. It's yeah, barter's kind of more of a transactional deal.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, not
worth a
convincing
shot.
someone to give up.
Worth a
Right.
shot.
There are definitely talents in the book for that particular purpose, though.
So yeah, all right. So you've commanded your crew to start turning. You need to reduce your raises by 1, please.
Yes, I will do that
Welcome
as
back.
soon as
Hello.
Oh, their ship is about to be hit by the storm.
Shit.
For us.
All right. So these bunch of brutes are now come up from below decks, and they're linked to the bollocks. It's all going horribly wrong, guys.
Yar,
Horribly
we heard
wrong.
that there's a shifty dance going on up here.
No, that's not what I wanted. Just 5. All right. So that is your action. Where is everyone else? This is getting on my nerves now. I don't know why it keeps resetting. All right. So they're now up. So I'm going to get rid of that. Quinn, what are you doing?
Right, so I'm going to try and intimidate the Captain Rodriguez by basically dispatching a bunch of his men. So
Okay.
I'm gonna. So this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm gonna try and use my duelist style.
Okay.
For sure. So I'm gonna do 2 maneuvers basically in
All right.
one go.
So this might be outside of your purview, yeah?
Well,
Because
I
you
don't
said
know.
you're going to panache intimidate.
Yeah, I mean, effectively, I'm only doing it to show off. I'm not necessarily trying to dispatch them. I'm just trying to show that I can just knock your guys out. It's more as a.
I mean that is
Yeah.
yeah, that is still outside the purview though. So
Fair enough. Yeah.
you got the dual style where you spend 2 raises to do 2 things.
I can
Is that
do
what
two,
you got?
Yeah, I can do 2 things in one go, basically. Yeah, 2 maneuvers back to back. Yeah.
So you would be able to do that if you had 4 raises.
Yeah.
I think,
Okay. So
is what
fine, fair enough. In that case, rather than attacking for.
Would it
I mean, you
4?
still can do that.
Oh no, you would. Yeah, because it would be 4 races you'd need to spend.
So the way that works, yeah. So you can do 2 raises. You can do 2 duelist styles in the same turn. It's really powerful, but you still have to spend the required amount of raises to make it
Oh
happen.
yeah, I get that. Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah, it's yeah. If I can't swing it as no, it's totally 100% intimidate, like it's and spend it like in my thing, then fine. Yeah, I'll do something else.
Yeah, I would have thought that was within your purview. Like I know, Henley, you're saying it's not, but to me it sounds like that's what his approach was. I don't get how it's not.
if you're just the key factor here is that he's dispatching enemies. If he wasn't doing that, if he was just twirling a sword or something like that, that's one thing. But if he's actually harming individuals in the process, then that is outside the purview of panache.
Okay, so it's like super specific then.
That's
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough.
I mean, like, for example, if you said panache weaponry instead of panache intimidate, it would have been inside your purview, because then you could be like, using one-liners to like Curse of Monkey Island sort of style,
Yeah,
right?
totally, yeah. Insult sword fighting.
Yeah, like for example, Siobhán, it cost you 2 raises to break into the cabin, because you was mainly using notice over thievery. If you went across with if you chose thief instead, it would have probably only cost you 1 raise to do.
Okay, so if I'd have chose theft, then the lockpicking would have been part of theft, but because I picked notice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, in that case, then rather than taking the guys out, what I'll do is I'll weave my way out of them and like swing round behind Rodriguez as he's in combat with Ava, and I'll put my knives round his neck from behind and just whisper it in his ears, like, you're going to tell us where that cross is, or Bonnie and Kerry here are going to have a drink tonight. Yes.
Right, spend a raise.
There you go. That's more like it. I don't know how intimidate works against villains, but I'm pretty sure you just do it unless they do something.
He probably can't do anything.
Oh, whoops! Did it the wrong way around?
Oh.
Yeah, fixed.
Yeah, again, I don't know why it's doing this. Maybe it's the way I added things, but I'll figure it out. Okay, so you sort of like. Yeah, that is a good thing. How does intimidate work against a villain?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, is there like a saving roll or something?
Yeah, I mean, even if it doesn't intimidate, like me kind of getting their captain in that position potentially intimidates the rest of his crew. So
yeah, who are you trying to intimidate? His crew or his?
No, I mean, I guess whoever it will work on.
You use intimidate when you make someone do what you want under threat of some action from you, physical or otherwise.
Yeah,
I
want to tell us, or to hand over the cross, like basically. So
well, okay. Well, he's going to tell you because he's got no raises to defend it, so he's going to literally just go. It's in my cabin. In an Italian style accent. Yes. It's in my cabin, Mamma Mia!
Oh God!
Jesus Christ! You were so good earlier, James.
I know.
Well, we can't have it all, can we?
I thought my French accent was going to be disappointing people whenever I spoke in it.
It does disappoint every time you speak in it.
The first thing my daughter asked when I picked her up, because that's what I was running to do, she goes, "Is he still doing the French accent?"
Oh.
Oui, mademoiselle. Oui.
Well, to boost your ego, my other half thought you were French. So.
Wow.
So yeah, it's back to Marie.
Oui. Sacré bleu. No, I'm just saying French things. I am going to try and guide our ships together into a very large wave that is forming, and my hope is to knock some of the brutes out as the wave crashes over Rodriguez's ship. The wave will then crash over and knock out some of the brutes.
Okay, sure. How many raises are you going to spend on that? Because that's how many brutes will get knocked out.
I will be generous and a little bit chaotic and use both. Do.
Okay.
Do. Where is this?
So James, I was just thinking on this. Realistically, as a villain, you could theoretically create a opportunity for yourself to use using like a danger point or something like that, in order for your character to negate the intimidation.
Yeah, I haven't got. I'll have to. We'll just go as it is right now, and I will figure out I'll figure out some more rules on that. We'll figure out how it works next session. All right? Because rather than, I know it's kind of slow as it is because we're all still learning the system. So, but
we can like review things
Yeah.
later.
Mm-hmm. We can get fancier later.
Okay, Siobhán. Oh, actually, no. Actually, hang on. So Maria, you sort of like spin the. Are you driving? Are you sailing
No,
the ship?
I am commanding the boatswain, Monsieur Ducos, to guide us towards a big wave.
Okay. Well, he just sort of like spins the wheel, and the ship sort of like suddenly like breaks like it sort of. Yeah, it sort of like turns into a wave. This massive wave crashes over the side of the deck, and two of the brutes is washed away, never to be seen again.
Nice.
Hold on, Monsieur Pecus.
Sorry, Siobhán. No, what are you doing?
Well, I got into the cabin, but I don't know what I see inside of the cabin or anything like that.
Okay, so obviously you got a main table. It's like every cabin you've seen in every pirate ship or in every pirate film, and they're on the desk, on the table, next to a feather, a quill, and ink, and some maps and charts. You see a slot box, like a small treasure box.
Okay, then it's locked though, you said, right?
Yes. However, however, you could generate an opportunity right here.
I could generate an opportunity.
However, you can't take advantage of your own opportunity unless you have the talent for it.
Oh,
I
okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a game about helping your friends out, James, not about helping yourself.
Now I'm wishing that I would have chosen theft on the approach because I didn't really realize. Okay.
Well, we learned.
That's cool. Yep.
The other opportunity is you can just take the lockbox with you.
But then I'm counting on what we need being inside of it. And it might not be.
Exactly.
I mean, it probably is, but.
Well, I've got the dude like with some knives at his throat. I can get him to tell you. Like,
So just pop out the window like, this the thing we're looking for?
Yes.
I almost kind of want to do that just for the shits and giggles of it.
We do it.
there needs to be some like there's some light comedy in an action. in that sequence. Like that's how it works.
Fuck it, that's what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
Magnifique, excellent. Using all
Alright.
my French.
So what are you doing? Describe what
Did I
happens.
Okay. So Siobhán grabs the box and pops her head because did she hear what's going on outside? I don't know how far away things are.
There's a storm about to hit, so and the way that the ship's rocking back and forth, you probably hear voices, but whether you understand what they're saying, you're using notice, so yes, you do know what they're saying.
Okay. And I don't see anything else.
Because if you think about it, you are paying attention to what's going on. If you know what I mean,
Yeah.
You're not oblivious to what's going on. You are like perhaps you're making sure you're listening to make sure no one's come behind you or whatever. But that sort of thing is in your purview. That your notice, I guess, also means listen as well. So it's because notice isn't just like looking. You might
It's awareness,
the
basically.
sound. Yes.
Okay.
You notice anything else in the cabin?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, is there anything else of note? Like, perhaps a key?
Spend a raise and generate an opportunity.
But I cannot do an opportunity for myself, and no one else is in here with me.
Yes.
In this instance, you would say, yeah, there is. There's a bag of gold hidden behind this thing, and for 3 raises, I can give it to you.
Yeah. I was gonna say it.
That's generally how you do it, because then the player has to decide: do I want next session that we play this game to start off with 1 wealth for my character to spend on whatever they want, or am I going to do the main objective and do this thing over here?
Mm-hmm.
These are the sorts of opportunities that you can create as a GM that has a cost of risk associated with it.
Sure. All right. You notice. So you notice he has. So this isn't gold, but he has a load of books on the shelf that are all based around Serin. Is it Serin? Serin sites that have been found and stuff like that.
No.
And for 2 raises, you can take them books and go. I've got a load of books now on on sites and rumoured sites and stuff like that.
Oh my god, I want that too.
Well, she's part of the Explorer Society, and that's like her thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is exactly why you picked those.
Well, you can't.
Oh, is she part of the? Is she part of the Explorer Society?
She is.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Wait, are you?
Are
no,
you?
if you did that, no, that would cost. Something.
Have you got the advantage of the Explorer Society?
The advantage?
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't
secret
realize it was an
society.
advantage you had to take.
Yeah, it's a secret society. Maybe you want to join the secret society, but
Yeah, that could
Yes.
be a story.
Okay.
In the future. Yeah.
Okay.
But he wasn't want to go
It's
back.
definitely something you can buy later on. So
yeah. So for 2 raises, you could have a bunch of books.
She's taken the books.
Okay, for 2 raises.
Yep.
Hopefully we got that right, but who knows?
yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry,
to me.
guys.
No.
I'm interested in that stuff too. So
She's not going to
Alphonse!
share.
what?
All right. Okay.
Alphonse.
Okay, let's see here. I think I'm going to do a lunge.
A lounge.
Okay. When you choose lunge, when you wield your chosen weapon, your lunge maneuver is replaced by the Aroge thrust. The Aroge thrust deals number of wounds equal to your weaponry plus the number of raises you spend. You must spend your next action this round to recover and recoup, spending 1 raise to do so. So, I will spend the remaining of my raises, so 2 of them, and a thrust is what? Okay, they don't have it there for some reason. I'll lunge. Okay, so you cannot prevent these wounds, James.
Okay.
And
So
the way that it goes
who's
is
who's it to and who is it not to? Who you doing the damage to?
it's to the villain.
Okay.
To
How
the
much
villain.
damage did you do?
So, it would be 5.
5. Oh my god.
5 damage. And basically, I'm just like, I see that Ava's jumping in there, putting herself in danger, and I'm like, nah, son. Pull the bow back. It does like the curve the bullet sequence from what was that fucking
Yeah,
show?
you mean
Oh!
And it had like
with
James McAvoy
Angelina-
and
Yeah.
and what's her face with the tits?
Yeah.
Shit, what's it called?
and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan.
Anyway,
Freeman.
it follows the arrow. I like the idea that there's like some people fighting on deck and it goes between their sword blades,
Nice. Yeah, yeah.
God damn you.
whatever. And it goes like probably right into his like into his ribs.
Okay.
Like I like the idea that
All right,
Monty,
Hawkeye.
what is your character's called again?
Quinn.
Ah, Hawkeye. Yeah, Quinn. I like Quinn's got his knife to the throat, and he's just like, I'll tell you everything.
I just like you see my head like peer out from behind it, and I'm just like, the fuck.
Wanted.
And then I just do like a salute from. It's hard to miss me from the. I'm this giant man on the boat.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to miss me.
Big.
And I just salute to you when I do it. Like yeah.
All right. Cool.
The movie was Wanted, by the way.
Ah, right.
Wanted.
Don't forget to reduce your raises.
By 2. Yeah. Okay. So that should give him a dramatic wound, James, I believe.
It has given him a dramatic wound. Yes.
Hey.
So Quinn.
Well, yeah, assuming he's still alive.
He is still alive.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm hoping he's a lot intimidated now that he's got an arrow in his.
well, one thing you notice is like for 2 raises. Well, tell me what you want to do, and then I'm gonna give you. In fact, for 2 raises, you find a chain around his neck, and attached to the chain is a key.
Ooh.
Ooh. and it says lockbox on the chain.
Top secret cross lock box.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I might. I'll steal that off him then. Yeah. It's
I've lost all my bloody sound effects.
Actually no. No, like for the purposes of my knight's gazer, my it says never take something for yourself that belongs to another. It's not for me. It's for the purpose. It's for us. It's for our mission. So that's at least that's my
Justification. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Like, I don't,
Whatever helps you sleep at night, I guess. Right?
whatever helps me keep my damn magic. No.
Yeah.
Sure, but yeah, I'll spend the 2 raises for that.
Okay. Cool.
It's like a paladin turning the other cheek, right?
All right, and last but not least, Eva with your unraised left.
Okay. So what has everybody been doing? Is Siobhán out with the box yet? Or
No, she's currently going. "Ooh,
Yeah, we don't know
books."
nothing about no
Sticky
boss.
fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
just like-
Okay.
I'm shoving books down my tunic. Is what's happening.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So I assume that there's some other brute that I can.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
like 6 of them left.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, there's more than 6. There's
No,
3,
I did 4
4,
damage to the first group.
9. There's 9 of them left.
No. Really?
Yes.
But I thought that.
No,
Could-
James, I did 4 damage to the first group.
Yeah, but
Yep,
then-
that reduced
those
it to
other ones
1.
came up, and those other ones came up from the.
Then the other ones have. Then there was. Then Marie did 3 damage or 2 damage to a group to another group that reduced them to strength of 3, and then 5 from below deck have come up.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. With my last raise, I want to shove my cutlass into one of the remaining what were they called? Brutes.
Okay.
And,
the other thing that's worth pointing out too, if my math is correct, if you do 1 more wound to the villain, he'll take a 2nd dramatic wound.
Oh, is that so?
No.
Is that no?
It's every 5 wounds, James.
Yep.
Every 5 wounds, they take a dramatic wound.
Yep.
Yeah. We successfully did 4 wounds the first time, and I just did 5 wounds to him now. Which puts him at 9.
To resist 1.
Did he now?
Yes.
That means there would be 2 then. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is how my maths currently is.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. I am very excited at all this.
Hang on. Time out. Henley, I'm not going to screw you over, all right? And I'm keeping track of all of this, all right? So
no, I know.
Don't you worry. I am doing it.
What I'm saying is, I didn't hear you say that. Okay, so that's why. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
All right, but that is your raise, Ava.
Yeah, I'm gonna slice into one of the other.
All right. Describe how you finish him off.
Yeah. I had been reading about ways to. Can I decapitate him? Is
Yes.
that allowed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're just not going to describe in gruesome detail all the things that happen when you.
Well,
decapitate.
I don't know what's allowed and what's not, but I have been reading.
So the way I see, what's it called? Corruption.
Corruption, yeah.
Oh, is that corruption? Never mind.
No. So this is what everyone's worried about. So the way I see, so if you're defending yourself, which you are, from attacks,
after we attack them.
No, but they're going to attack. Well, they
stole our thing.
They stole your shit, and then they're obviously going to. They will attack. You got to remember, they're not just standing around going, "Well, we've got to wait for our turn." They are like coming to. They are like swinging their swords and stuff like that. But the way I see corruption is, so if you do it during the combat, if you kill someone in combat, that's fine. If you then turn around once you've taken care of everyone or whatever, disabled and injured, and they're just incapacitated, and you are you going to use your indecisiveness?
I was looking into it.
You see the hero point. Yeah, I could.
That would play into my character, right? I mean, or is that stupid to do?
Well, if you want to gain a hero point, yes.
Right.
Do it.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So that would use your raise then, I guess.
Yep.
That makes sense.
That would use your raise.
Yeah, I take a moment to think about it because I've never killed anyone before. I guess.
I've never cut a man's head off before.
Oh, did I kill somebody? No, I didn't kill the villain. So yeah.
Just
Ava,
a flesh wound.
Yeah, Ava is kind of taken aback at the thought of, injuring someone so much that they die.
Okay.
It takes a moment to think over it.
All right, cool. So that is your turn. So I now get to do my brutes. All right. So the one brute that's left. All right, the one that's on his own. He's going to combine with the brute squad that's got 3. I can do that automatically, by the way.
How do I give myself another hero point?
So
just in your character sheet, there's a little box at the top.
Also, if you look on your token, the green number, you see the green box. If you click on the green box, you can then put, if you put +1 and hit enter, it will do that for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Okay, so they've combined. So the ones that have come up from below deck. They obviously see Quinn like holding their boss with an arrow sticking out of them. They're just going to bull rush you and do you 5 damage, Quinn.
Well.
So yeah, they sort of like just start fucking slashing at you. Ow, boss, go, you son of a bitch! And
Well, that's not.
and
easy.
Ava, because you hesitate, the now 4 group, the brute squad will do you 4 damage.
Can I not activate my No, that's the villain. Can I not use my disarming smile to, I don't know.
You can spend a hero point to do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you spend a hero point, yes.
Yeah, I just got a hero point, so why not use it?
Okay, they don't do anything then. They go to attack you and go,
Why?
we can't hit a lady.
I've never hit a girl before.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, her thing on the hubris and whatever reminded me. I get a hero point if I covet something and do something unwise to get it. Would fucking off the jeweled box and stealing the books instead count?
Yes. Now, just remember though, it only happens once a session. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine because
Alright. I'm
likely to do something else stupid.
I'm gonna have to write this all down so I've got it in my head, and then I can like go. Oh, actually, I want you because I can give you a hero point and go. You're hubris. But other than that, that is the end of the first round, and I think we should take another break because we are 14 minutes late. I just wanted to get to the end of this round and then come back. All right.
So I used my hero point then.
Yes, and like I said, they don't attack you
For what reason?
because they go to
Because you're
attack you
pretty.
and they realise, yes, you're a pretty woman. They can't hit. We can't hit women.
Yeah.
Do I look like I'm a noble? Is that what you're saying? Or does that play any like effect in it? You know, I'm an aristocrat.
Well, you just smile at them and they go you're not
Yeah,
supposed to
okay.
hit women, are you?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you like sort of like lower your sword and you just like really
God,
just like
please.
Can't hurt me. Twirl finger in hair.
So that's the end of that action round, or I guess it's a
Action
round.
sequence.
It's still going because everyone's got to 0 raises. And it's not
Okay.
been concluded, so it continues. Okay, so the storm hits. I would do sound effects, but I've got no fucking sound effects anymore because they're all greyed out. Fanburst jukebox tracks no longer functioning. For more information, see the Roll20 blog. Great.
So the skies go really dark and rain
Look,
starts
yeah,
hitting us.
yeah,
and-
My books.
the sea's already choppy as it can be, but yeah. So what we need to do now is go around and ask people's approach. Now, I'm going to be a bit of a bastard here because I think it's quite fun to do. I'm going to spend a danger point on the villain's behalf to
Make everything 15.
increase the total needed for a raise by 5.
ouch.
Unless someone wants to
Good.
stop that.
Wait a minute. Wait.
How do we
can't
stop
the
that?
Can
debate.
I? Can I
Pretty sure
not?
you can.
Can I not activate my willful virtue?
Does that cost a hero point to do? Does it not?
Yeah, but I have one more hero point.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
So does that mean that I cancel his raising
Yep.
it to
I won't
15?
spend a danger point. Yep.
Would would this be possible to use my joie de oh boy, here we go, that word. Vivero?
What?
Joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre,
Yeah.
thank you.
Joy of life.
Yes.
What is that?
So, I'm sharing it now.
Well, we've already confronted the villain, so I don't know.
I've already I don't know. I don't know how I use that. I don't know how the virtues work. How I'm supposed to use that.
You just
but-
say you're using your virtue mostly.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's my virtue, willful.
Yeah, and that
So,
works because you
yeah.
can't spend any more hero points and you don't have any more. So
Yeah. Can't spend any more hero points. All right.
Ava saves the day.
So yeah, we're gonna go around the table, get people to give their approaches. So we'll start with Alphonse.
All right. I think I'll do much of the same, Jimmy.
Who's Jimmy?
You're Jimmy. I think this time though, I would like to use my wits instead of my finesse to shoot my bow. The way that I would justify this is that, while the last time that I've been shooting, it was, a study of the basics that I learnt from, the master that taught me the style. Now I'm relying mostly on protecting my comrades instead. So thinking with my head and not with my, ingrained training is the way that I'd like to approach this scenario, James.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. You'll get 1 dice for flair.
All right. Okay. I get a 2nd dice for my sniping ability.
Yep.
And okay. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, that's a good roll. So 2, 3. Actually, I'm going to re-roll that last one there.
Okay.
Oh, that's even better. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. 5 with 1 left over.
1 left over. I'm going to buy 1 then.
Roger that, big mama.
Ava, what's your approach going to be?
I am gonna continue with so is it only if I change the skill I'm using?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, okay. What is oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oops.
When do you want?
Yeah, I was thinking if I could use a different skill, but I don't think I know enough about what I could do with the other one.
So what would you like to try and do, though? Do you want to fight more people, or?
Yeah, I mean, I would still like to fight more people, but I'm thinking, like, because I could use aim, or, I don't know, athletics, would that, like, be any
Well, I
kind of
mean,
training?
yeah, there's aim, roll, and weaponry. Maybe warfare, if you can swing it by convincing other people to do what you say.
Well,
You could, for example, you could convince people to not fight or to change sides. You could use your empathy to, basically you don't have to fight people in order to remove brutes from the confrontation. If you can think of a way to do it narratively.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna...
But you're only missing 1 die by not doing the same thing you did previously. So.
Yeah, but I could also use aim and do the same thing.
Do you have any guns?
Yeah, I would say I've got just a regular pistol.
So the thing with a gun, it takes 1 raise to fire.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 5 raises to reload.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We're just gonna continue with my cutlass and
Okay.
I guess weaponry wits or weaponry panache.
What are you trying to do? Who are you going for? What are you doing? How are you doing this?
I want to go straight for Mr. Big Bad Villain Rodriguez.
Okay. And what are you gonna do? Just swing your sword at him? Gonna just?
I think I'd like to say something witty, but me personally, I don't know what I would say. But I'm sure that Eva would be.
So
clever.
while you're stabbing him, you want to demean him as well?
Yes. Yes. I want to kind of poke fun at him for being so intimidated by Monty. Does that like work? Help me out?
I think that's going to be more panache.
Okay.
Panache
Yeah, but
weaponry.
yeah. All right. Well, I'll do that then. Panache weaponry.
You fight like a dairy farmer.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Cheesy.
Quite like a cow.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
Yeah.
You are rubber. I am glue.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
So, do I add 1 dice then? Or
You get 1 dice of flair because
Yeah.
you're using the same skill.
okay. Wait. Whoops. Cancel. Weaponry penalty 0, and then bonus 1.
Ooh. Yeah, you can re-roll one of them.
Yeah.
Just hit that button up top.
Yikes.
Right. So yeah. So try and make 10s for me, Ava.
Yes, that's 1, 2, 3.
I've got 1, 2, and then 3, but that uses all the dice. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, no. Sorry. Hang on. You got. So 1, 2. Yeah, 3.
Okay. 3.
Mhm.
Any dice remaining or no dice remaining?
No dice.
No dice.
Cool. Marie.
I am going to change my tactics. I am going to call on my men, and I am going to shout avec nos vos positions, and I am going to change to warfare. I am going to command my men from the level 2 to get ready to do some glorious shit upon Rodriguez's crew. So I'm going to go for finesse warfare. Panache warfare.
So what are you doing with your crew? Sorry.
I am getting ready to basically I'm telling them to get their muskets ready, and we are going to shoot over from our ship to Rodriguez's ship.
Right. Okay. As I said, your crew's too busy trying to deal with the storm to do anything against them, which is why I haven't included the crew as tokens on the screen, because otherwise they'll be able to take damage and stuff like that. I wanted to keep this as simple as possible. Right?
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay,
Also, it's
that's-
pissing down with rain, so muskets aren't going to be particularly great.
Okay. In
What's
that
the matter?
case,
Is that okay? 'Cause I did say it before we started before
Yeah.
the battle happened.
no, it's fine. In that case, I will use finesse weaponry, and I am going to come on board Rodriguez's ship, and I am going to help fend off the other brutes.
Okay.
So finesse weaponry,
All right.
and I am going.
All right. So you'll get. I don't know what level you got it at.
I have it at my finesse is 4, and my it's also at 3, so I get a bonus.
Weapons at 3, so you get to re-roll. Okay. All right. So you get 2 dice for flair. Well, you get 1 dice for basically describing, and you get another dice for
New skill.
You're using it for the first time.
using new skill.
Yes. Okay. So I get 2 bonus dice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
That's a good roll.
Those are some-
While you're working that out, Quinn, what are you doing?
Right, thus, I think I'm going to change my approach slightly from, well, actually, I say slightly, completely, to from panache intimidate to finesse weaponry. I think I'm going to need to be a little bit more agile, and a little bit more
Stabby.
aggressive. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're gonna get 3 bonus dice.
Nice.
You get 1 for description,
Mhm.
1 for a new skill because you haven't used. You
I
wasn't
haven't, used
weaponry.
finesse. I haven't used weaponry or finesse yet. So.
It's not the attribute; it's the skill.
Yeah.
And you get one because you have one dramatic wound.
Cool.
I know he avoided the dramatic wound.
No, he's got a dramatic wound.
He caught the bullet.
I took 5 damage. No, I took 5 damage though later.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah.
From the
my bad.
brutes.
Yeah.
I have 4 raises with 1 dice left over. I am going to re-roll it to see if I get a 10. If not, we know what's going to happen. Oh,
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
I have 5 in that case with none left over.
Okay.
Lucky Marie.
And Siobhán?
I'm going to switch from notice to theft.
Right.
Um,
What are you doing? Describe. Tell me.
Okay. I'm going to, now that I've got my books, I'm going to go back to trying to get the cross,
Okay.
be a team player, and basically try and get it and then sneak out without anyone even noticing I was there.
Okay. Right. Yep. So you get 1 dice for 2 dice for flair.
Nice.
Two bonus dice in total.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got 4 with 1 left over.
Ooh,
All right. If you got 1 left over, I'm going to buy one of those dramatic. I'm going to buy one of the.
And I can reroll that 1 because I
Have a 3 in theft.
I just realized I also get another dice, another bonus dice because of sea legs.
Okay, just hit 1 extra dice then.
I might need somebody to help me put these dice together.
Sure. So you got 1.
Come on, another 10.
So the 1's gone because she's.
Got 3.
So the 1's been replaced with a 6. So just remember that.
You got 3.
Looks
with
like,
1 dice.
I lost my earbud.
You got 3 with 1 dice left over.
3?
3 with 1 dice left over. Yeah.
I think I now technically also have 1 dice left over.
Yep, I'm going to buy that as well.
So I get another hero point. I need
Yep.
to spend my hero points.
And are you buying my leftover dice?
Have you got a leftover dice?
I do.
Singular. Yeah.
All 3 of them have had.
Okay, I'm going to buy a leftover dice. There we go. Rodriguez is going to do something else. He's going to sort of pull out his sword and he's going to attempt to basically free him, knock Quinn away, and then just sort of spin around and try and wave his sword like a feather duster at him. Look all impressive and shit.
Exactly, Cameron. Just like that.
Let me go like this. Bam! Right, and we'll see where we are. Alright. Right, so there's 1, 2. So Rodriguez gets to go first. So Quinn.
Yep.
He is literally he literally whips out his rapier and just he's sort of so he spends the race to basically push you away from his elbow you in the back from behind with his and sort of just spins around and just starts waving his sword and sort of spinning his sword like a no, that's not, he's Italian. So he sort of I keep doing the fucking wrong thing. But yeah, he sort of spins his rapier threateningly at you for 1 raise.
I don't think Italians have a threat. I think they just surrender.
Well, they're not Italian.
That's the French.
It's not Italy.
Also, let's not be racist, shall we, Cameron? Please, thank you. So yeah, Marie, what are you doing?
So quick rules question. Can I spend a hero point to get another raise? For a raise?
I think you have to do that before you roll the dice.
Ah,
Yeah, you're supposed to declare if you're spending a hero point on to add to your dice roll.
fuck. Okay, never mind. That's fine. Because I was thinking either way, this is going to be pretty much what I do this entire round. I am going. Sorry. I am going to leap over onto Rodriguez's ship. And I am going to draw my épée, my sword, and in a flash, 5 of the brutes are going to go down.
Okay, so first and foremost, it costs you 2 raises to get across.
Actually, it'll cost him 3 because it's outside his weaponry.
Movement's not really Movement's not really outside his.
It's a risk, though.
I will spend a hero point for perfect balance.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I gently I time it right, and just as the wave reaches up, I jump and I land perfectly.
All right.
It is a perfect 3-point landing, and then I go, I pull out my épée and I go, shall we dance? And swing, swing, swing.
Very nice.
Right. How many raises you spending?
All of them.
Okay.
Because and that should knock out 5 brutes. If I am correct.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Yeah.
they are down to 4.
So you take out 5 brutes, yeah?
We.
Well done.
I just smile and I say, "Who's next?"
Alphonse.
Well, it sounds like you guys are gonna be very easily able to take care of the rest of the brutes. How many is left, James? Like 4?
4 brutes. Yep.
Okay. Well, I could very easily take care of them right now, but what I think I will do, James, because the villain will go next turn, is I might do a lunge, good man, and sink 8 damage into the villain.
Okay.
Damn.
So the way that it works is he can't avoid them either, so he can't spend his raises to remove the wounds in any way. Deal a number of wounds equal to your ranks in weaponry, which is aim, plus the raises you spend for a total of 9. Oh, sorry, 8, not 9. These wounds cannot be avoided or prevented.
All right. Okay. And you do.
So I like the idea. 8 damage total. I like the idea, by the way, that he turns around, he's like feather dusting, and then he just gets another bolt in the back, which is like if this is the person in the middle, it's like identical on both sides, you know, like almost like the arrows are touching on the inside of his body to a way.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. Remove your raises, please.
Sure.
Did you just spend them all?
Yes, I did.
All right. Rodriguez gets to go next because he's the villain, and he gets to go first in any action sequence. So he obviously realizes he might have bitten off more than he can chew.
His eyes were bigger than his stomach.
How's he gonna? He's gonna sort of like he's gonna lunge at you, Quinn, first to basically do some damage, and then he's gonna fucking run for the fucking wherever.
So is he actually lunging? Because that's a duelist maneuver.
Yeah, he's a duelist.
Okay, so that means he has 0 raises left after this. So because you have to spend all of them.
Oh, you have to spend
Yeah.
all of them. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lunge is spend all your raises. You cannot spend like 3 raises.
All
or
right, let's see
anything.
what else I can do then. Sorry.
A slash is probably what you want. Which
Yeah, I'm
is
going to
your
do slash.
1
then.
raise and then your ranks in weaponry. So
I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I must be mental sometimes because I do the same mistake multiple times. So I'm going to spend 1 raise to do that,
yes,
and then he does you.
it's 1 raise plus your ranks in weaponry.
Okay, so we've got 3 ranks in weaponry. So he does you 4 damage,
4
Monty.
Cool. In that case, can I riposte?
Yes.
Um,
Is that a skill? What is that?
it's one of
It's a
my
duelist maneuver.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So prevent a number of wounds equal to your ranks in weaponry and deal a number of wounds equal to your ranks in weaponry.
So,
You can riposte even when it's not your action, but you must perform it immediately following the maneuver, which causes the wounds you are preventing. A duelist may only perform this maneuver once per round.
cool. So yeah. So I'll only take the 1 wound. Actually, can I combine that with my duelist style to do 2 things?
I don't know. I think the duelist style is on your turn, but
Okay, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I figured it was because I think the riposte stuff is like a special. You can do this, not
because I do remember using that particular duelist style before, and I'm pretty sure it's when you can spend a raise to do something,
Yeah.
you can spend a second raise to do another thing immediately.
yeah. I figured that was probably the case, but I thought I'd ask. Cool, yeah. So I'll riposte. So I only take the 1 wound from that.
Okay.
But I deal 3 to the villain.
You do 3.
Yep.
Nice.
He is looking proper beaten.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah. So reduce your. Does that cost a raise to
It
do?
doesn't cost me a raise, I don't think, because it's just a basic. It's like a reaction to it.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Right.
It's
Cool.
reaction.
Okay. So it's your turn.
Right. What? You stab me? I'll fucking stab you, mate. So I will use my duelist style to do. Actually, which is going to be better?
Slash is pretty good. If you don't want to give up all your traits, because that only costs you the 1.
Yeah, I mean, because I was thinking of doing like feint and then lunge.
Yeah. So you can do the 2, right? So
Yeah.
maybe what about like a slash and then like a feint? That's not a bad one. Or no, I see what you're saying. Feint and then lunge, because then it like adds an additional wound on top of it. Yeah. So it'll cost you 1 to feint.
Yeah, that'll do 1 wound and then make the next attack deal an extra wound.
And then you have 3 raises left to do a lunge, but
Yeah.
it costs you 1 to do the thing. So you'll have 2 raises left over. So it'll be your 2 raises plus your ranks in weaponry.
Yeah.
Plus 1. Yeah. So what's that?
That'll be
So that's a
total of
3.
7 wounds.
3, so 5, and then 1. So yeah, 6 wounds. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's one for the feint.
No, 7. 7. Yeah, it's 7.
One for the feint, 2 for the raises, 3 for the weaponry, and then plus 1 for the other feint.
Well,
for the
yeah,
other
so
part.
7.
Wow.
Yeah, cool. So I'll spend all of my raises basically to do a feint and then a lunge. So I'll jab and then dodge to the
Yeah.
side and then just try and run him through.
All right.
Duelist styles isn't for fucking around, guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like twin knives, slash, and then then stab type of thing with the old lunge.
I feel like I don't need to do any damage in this game. We got the 2 duelists doing everything.
Well, I mean, this is a good. We call these a killing room in role-playing games, at least the old ones, where the GM works out how powerful the players are, and the players see how useful their characters are.
Aha! Right. So this is like the test round to see how strong we are.
Exactly, right?
So
Yeah.
that's 7 wounds to the villain.
He goes down like a sack of potatoes.
I'll turn to his brute that previously slashed me up to say, "Get off my boss," and I say,
Oi.
"You what?"
You what?
Also, once that I left after I had my way with him and my sword.
just like wipe my daggers off my sleeve and be like, "What were you saying?"
I think the words you are looking for is I surrender.
So James, I don't think the villain actually dies.
No, but he's down. He's out.
Yeah.
He's out cold.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not going to execute him, so it's.
Siobhán?
Well, I'm gonna, now that I have theft as my approach, it only cost me 1 raise to pop open that lockbox, yeah?
Yes, please.
That's what I'm gonna do. So Siobhán kind of, sounds like they've got it out there, and I've got my books all tucked away.
He was going to run away. He was going to run away and lock himself in his cabin.
That would have been a little surprise for him and me. Thanks, Quinn.
Oh, well.
So she just grabs her lockpicks and opens up the box.
Okay. You open up the box, and inside is the cross
Of the plot device.
That's what
Plus
it's
some
called.
like crudely drawn like old porn or something like that.
It's his box of magazines. Surprise.
That's where he keeps his most treasured possessions.
Ava,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What's is there anybody left now?
Yeah, there's still 4
Like-
brutes, but they look like they definitely look like they're gonna sort of fuck off or give
right.
up
Okay.
because their leader's down.
Yeah. Well.
There are only 4 left.
Spend some ways on intimidate and just say, drop your weapons. You're part of our crew now.
Well, I mean, I've got weaponry panache as my
And panache is like works for that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I turn to face the remaining brutes, and what do I say? Something clever.
Oh, so witty.
Yeah, I guess your boss didn't make the cut.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. So I'm like holding my cutlass up, and I said, "Your boss didn't make the cut."
Yeah.
Mon Dieu,
Is that-
mon Dieu.
Is that improvised? Because you did say you was just gonna be witty at them, weren't you? You was gonna like insult,
I mean,
sword fight.
Yeah,
hence
it's
the
like panache.
hence the whole like you fight like a cow and all that malarkey that I was thrown out because
Yeah.
Monkey Island.
Yeah.
Sure, 3 of them will. If you spend 3 raises, 3 of them will give up, and there will be 1 left. Who will give up as well? Fuck it.
All right.
Yeah, they give. Fuck it. Spend 3 raises, they give up.
Sure.
All right. Combat, ladies and gentlemen,
Oops, that's not right.
It is over.
is over.
How do I? Can I?
And now we sail into a storm.
Why is it? It's not letting me remove my raises.
You click your token. Make sure you got your token selected.
Yeah, I do.
So James, I was just reading about it, and you know how he couldn't decide whether or not he would give the information.
Yes.
So the way that you would do that is the way that you would intimidate a villain is you would take the remaining influence that he has and
Yeah.
set that as the barrier that they need to pass to influence him.
Okay.
So if he has 3 influence left, you would say, okay, in order to intimidate the villain, who is
Yeah.
a named character with a gold bar above his head or whatever, you would need to spend 3 raises to pass his influence that he has in order to do
Okay.
it. So that,
Alright.
that's
Makes sense.
realistically the way that you would do it, yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm sure as we go along, we'll get more and more used to how the game works, and I will learn to master this system to the T. So don't you
And
worry.
it's also worth pointing out that if the villain wanted to run away from this scene, like jump into the water and swim away for whatever reason, it would cost him influence versus his highest trait. So if his finesse is 4 points, it would cost him 4 influence.
He doesn't have villains. Don't really have. They don't have a stat really. They have 1 stat, maybe 2 stats. That's it. But yeah. But anyway.
Well, as strength determines a lot about what a villain has. So, for example, all villains have 5 points in advantages that they can buy. So you can buy like a duelist skill or a sorcery or whatever, right? So you go through the same trait list when you build a villain. And the same thing goes for influence. So it's a currency. So
All right, so we'll end it. We're not going to end the session, obviously, but we'll. I think we. So the combat's over. So, so the crew are saying like, you can hear them beckering out that can you hurry up? We need to like cut the ship from us before it rips us apart.
Right, let's get the hell out.
you're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Have we got the artifact?
We do. See, I got it here, and I did not pick up anything else.
Haha.
She
I was
says
very focused on the mission.
She says with
whole
like
time.
loads of fucking books stuffed up her fucking. Yeah, no, I've got nothing under my shirt. No.
What are those, Siobhán?
Oh, you can't see them. I hid them away.
Oh, okay.
She's hiding.
All right, cool.
What is everyone doing over there? I can't see you.
Exactly.
I turn to the men and I say to the remaining brutes, and I say, if you are quick, you may join us. You will be our prisoners. Because I can assure you now, this ship will not survive that storm.
Give us a. I'm going to do a simple. Give us a quick convince roll, please.
Convince
What's
Panache?
These are basic risks. So James, before you do this, you need to state how, like, you need to give like a couple of options in this risk. You need to say, if you want to convince them, it's going to cost you 2 raises per one person to convince them to come over, right?
Yeah.
So basically, it's just a simple one roll, and you can add what you need to add. And then you can also say, like, perhaps, James, that maybe you can, I don't know, offer something else in there as well, other than just a convince roll. Like maybe you can convince them to lighten their load and give you some of their cargo or something like that instead. Like, there are certain things that you can do in there.
All right, I might not actually get you to roll it anyway because I think they're going to be. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do a basic risk right now. So yeah, I think the ones that are awake are going to, because there's about 4 left awake, aren't there? I believe they're going to grab.
I believe so.
They're going to grab their mates as best they can, and then sort of like try and get them onto the other side of the ship.
Plus,
Because-
you know, this is a big ship. I doubt that was all the crew. You know.
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah, maybe. I just said there was like 15 people on the ship, though.
I mean, if it's
15,
bigger
16.
than our ship would take 15 people on one.
Well, your ship takes the ship you've got takes 10 crew.
Yeah, but that's 10 crew on one shift. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm not sure. I thought it was only 10 people, but okay. So yeah, they sort of start grabbing their buddies, and yeah, they sort of like shift their crewmen over there. As they ask why as prisoners, though.
Because you must earn your trust to be given freedom around my ship.
All right.
Not
They
to
come.
mention, you did try and fight us.
You tried boarding us, but
What was that? What was that?
you did try boarding us, sir, madam.
You are lucky that I did not push you into the ocean and leave you for the god of the sea. Make
Okay.
sure he has extra tight chains.
All right.
All right, so you get about 5 extra crew.
Ah,
But they're not crew
Hey.
because they're prisoners.
yeah. So I won't actually mark them as crew.
And I guess Siobhán comes out with the cross and some books smuggled under her
Yep.
her blouse.
Does she tell us that she has the books, or
Nope.
Don't know, does she?
Nope.
I'm I mean, it's not.
Damn it.
It's not fucking hard to tell she's got something under her shirt, but it is dark. So maybe it's just a trick of the
Dark
light.
and stormy, and she's wearing layers of all black.
Yeah.
So
And it's rude. It's rude generally to comment on a woman who's a little bit heavy set right now.
yeah,
Are you pregnant?
You're pregnant with
there was some treats in the cabin. Don't judge me, okay? Yeah, Siobhan's gonna basically just, yeah, she's she's not generally the most outgoing, friendly type person. She doesn't really know any of you guys except really for Quinn. So she's kind of, yeah, got the thing. I'll just pop on back to the ship into my cabin and, yep, we're good, thanks.
What shall we do?
But that's not out of character for her. That's very much just how she is. So no one's...
What shall I do with Monsieur Rodriguez de Carlos?
Good point.
Captain goes down with the ship.
Wow, cold.
I cannot complain with that. That is in the code of honor.
Well, he's got the rest of his crew anyway. Like, he's not dead.
No.
So,
Fighting chance if they wake up in time.
Love the idea that you guys are all just huddling, talking on the ship, and I'm just on the other ship, just being like,
Yeah, you.
"What are they doing?"
Yeah,
Oh, Siobhán is already back on the other ship.
Yeah,
she's fucked off.
Alphonse, even though you don't know ships, but the sound of this break, the wood creaking kind of loudly, doesn't sound very healthy.
Yeah, I'm not too good on ships, James. So
Yeah, but you know if wood does.
Oi, hurry up with the.
Yeah.
Come on.
This key I grabbed off him. I mean, Siobhán says she's already grabbed the thing, so I don't need it anymore. So I'll chuck it back on the guy as he's slumped unconscious on deck.
Are we sure that that's the key that opens the box?
Well,
I do not like the look of the storm, and I do not wish to test to find out.
I'm not taking some unconscious guy's stuff when we came.
Right. Yeah.
We
Okay.
got what we came for.
He's not me.
Well, I'm gonna bolt over onto the other onto our ship because I know my way about sailing, and I know that it's really not safe right now on the other one.
I will do the same.
Well, it's mainly not safe for your ship because the larger ship is probably going to tear your ship apart if it.
Yes, let us go before the Liverpool gets crushed by the galleon.
Yeah, Marie, we need to get going. Get us out of here.
One moment.
Get out.
Monsieur Pacus, take us away.
So the crew pulled out axes and just sort of cut the ropes.
Monsieur Mannheim, storm sails.
And you sail through a storm as the other ship sort of disappears between you and some between you and waves. And by morning you arrive back in the place I said.
You said, wait, I wrote it down somewhere.
Puerto del Sol.
Yeah, Castillo Puerto del Sol.
Yes.
Yeah. Port of the Sun.
Yeah. And we were supposed to give something back to, what was it?
Give it back.
To a scholar? Jader.
De Octavia.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. So in the morning you arrive at port. Obviously, Maria. So what's everyone going to do as you arrive at port?
Well, I mean, I sort of recited myself to the crew, to this group's bodyguard, only because my cousin happens to be in that group, and eventually one day I'll convince her to go with me. So I guess I just follow at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure why we had to fight a crewman, a captain on the sea, but At this point, I'm too afraid to ask. So
Well, Siobhán is going to want to get the cross handed over to the client before somebody else can steal it, and we have to go do that all over again.
Right.
Sounds like a good plan.
So she's going to want to go and do that sooner rather than later.
All right.
Yeah, do we reckon that this client might have some leads on some possible, like, treasure or...
Don't know. That's what that key was.
Ah, bollocks. No.
That's what it was.
I don't know how this works, but I have 3 points in convince. Can I use them to basically try and convince this noble woman to give us like another job or a lead or something? Recommend us?
She's not a noble. She's a scholar.
Okay, well,
So-
scholar.
So the only time you ever need to roll dice in this game is when it is risky for you.
Okay.
So if you want to convince her to do something, that comes all the way down to role playing.
Okay.
So what is? Because I've got 1 point in scholarship, but I don't even know what that is.
So
Scholarship is basically like your proven, like your type of education. So you can define that however you want. So you can say, "Oh, I did my education in the army, so I know a lot about army stuff." You know,
It did some learning.
think of it as like a narrative cue. You could just say like, "Oh, I read a lot of books on explorers and stuff like that when I was growing up, and then I went to learn like the how people go about finding or tracking down like runes and stuff like that."
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Cool.
So Siobhán is going to basically spin this scholar a bit of a tale, telling them all of the extra lengths they went to secure this particular item for her, and be like, you could have hired some just whatever who'd have fucked off instead of boarding the other ship, but we
show my wicked scarf and my dramatic.
Yeah, like we really went the extra mile for you, and if you don't have any work for us, I'm sure that you could recommend us to somebody.
Well, are you all together or are you not all together?
I don't know. It depends on who came with me.
Who's with them? Who's not with them?
I'm trailing behind because
You want to learn the grift.
Yeah, I wanna be more streetwise. I want to do other stuff than noble stuff. So I'm just trailing behind, trying to learn and include myself into this like little group that
Also,
Siobhán and Quinn.
I really love the idea, by the way, that if someone like if she's not being treated like a noble on the streets, right? But I'm doing my best to make sure that she is treated like a noble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you will refer to her as Lady Ava.
Or like a beggar will come up and I just like put my hand on his face and just push him down, sort of thing. Like shit like that. Like basically making a spectacle out of someone who doesn't want to be a spectacle, if that makes sense.
The bondages of family.
Yeah.
So who's with them? Who's not with?
I've been walking with them, behind them.
Are you all?
I would be with them if I would have made a quick detour to the postmaster to report.
I assume that would have all been done.
Yeah.
Before you left the ship.
But I would have told the postmaster that we noticed the galleon of Rodriguez de Carlos, was the ship of Rodriguez de Carlos, was caught very badly in a storm, and that unfortunately we do not know what happened.
Okay.
We know what happened.
So, Shinobi, Shinobi? What the hell? Siobhán?
I mean, she was moving around like a ninja before, but yeah.
The problem is, it doesn't look like Siobhán. Do you know what I mean?
It's
that's
Irish.
Irish for you.
Yeah.
There's no V in it.
I know.
Fucking Irish.
Throws me off.
Hey!
Okay. So you're all there. So she goes, well, I can only give you what we've already agreed to. And she pays you...
Oh, no, I'm not asking for just another job or a recommendation. I'm not trying to swindle you for
she
more
says
I I'm going to spend a hero point here to do barter her and be, all right,
And swindle her for more money.
it'd be like, but yeah, well, not so hasty here. I mean, maybe a little bit extra, like given what we went through.
She pays. Okay, so sure, spend a hero point and use barter if you wish.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah. Nice 1-2. You downplay it and I big it up. Yeah.
Yeah. This is how we work. This is how we work.
The 1-2 punch. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she goes. Well, for your extra effort, I will give you an extra coin. So instead of giving you 2 coins, she gives you 3 coins.
So the way that wealth works, James, is it's temporary.
I know it's temporary.
So
Is it all?
you could say that for the next session, everyone has 1 extra coin than they normally would.
Certainly. Okay, so so for the remainder of this session, everyone has 1 additional wealth.
Okay. And I start with 3 wealth every session.
Yes, so now you got 4 wealth.
Yep.
Oh, rich lady.
Right.
And with that, she also goes, but I do know I have a friend who she comes by quite often, and she's looking for people to help with a certain thing.
Well, we are people that help with certain things.
Her name is is Countess de Aubigny. As I butcher it.
Oh my god. Are you okay, Cam?
Countess. That sounds.
I've muted him because he doesn't understand that I struggle with pronunciations. So he could because I haven't heard it being written.
The opening.
There is nothing wrong with not knowing how a word is pronounced if you've only read it before.
No, I'm laughing because it's the best first attempt I've ever heard.
Right.
I promise you, I was laughing because of that.
All right, how is it pronounced then, Mr.
Daubeny?
Isn't it Daubeny?
It's Daubeny, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, there you go. That's how it's pronounced.
Right. So this countess, do you know what she wants us to do?
She's looking for some specific items.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know.
Joy. We came all the way from the Isles just to steal some things.
Yeah, we did. You got a problem with that?
I do, actually, yes. I do very much.
I give Alphonse a shut up look and look back expectantly at Quinn and Siobhán.
I'm just like, wait, hold your judgment, mate. Nobody said nothing about stealing. We're acquiring some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Or people what with paid.
Yeah, that people want. They never said that we had to take it from somebody else.
Unless we're becoming farmers, that only really means one thing.
Could be a negotiation.
Right.
It's the judge.
Siobhan's going to kind of give it Ava, if you can't keep this big boy in line and he's going to be causing problems, we don't need problems.
Okay. Well, I'm very intent on staying in this little group that Quinn and Siobhán have. So I go over to Alphonse and I say, you know what, look, I know that you're here to get me, but I'm not coming with you. I'm going with these people, so, tag along if you want.
It's only a matter of time before you realize what these people actually are. And then you'll come back willingly, and I won't have to drag you by your hair, cousin.
Maybe I want to be with these people. Did you consider that?
I don't understand why you would, but fine. I'll let you have your brevity for the time being.
Sweet. And I walk over and say, he'll be no problem.
Good. Good, you better not be.
Yes. I know the Countess de Bogny. She and I were childhood friends.
Oh,
It is,
Can she pay?
If she is a countess, of course she can pay.
Not all nobility can pay or will pay.
If she is a trustworthy person, I would bet my ship on it.
Good, because you just might be.
She'd pay her childhood friend. She wouldn't stiff her, would she?
We have not talked for some time. Unfortunately, me joining the Navy did not leave much time for communique between us. And then the war started, and ever since I have done my best to avoid the stifling affairs of home. But I do miss her so. I
Did
would
you
like
break
to-
her heart?
Mademoiselle, I can assure you the rumors about her may be true, but I was not part of her fancy.
all right.
Do you know what? And I turn to the lady who has told us about the Countess, and I say, do you know where the Countess d'Aubigny is staying in this city?
Yes. I will. She has moved here for because of her husband.
Her husband? Yeah. Question.
Yes, her late husband.
Ah, there it is.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, shall we look over at Quinn and Siobhán? Do we want to go check it out?
Well, where was she staying again?
Oh,
Oh,
We
yeah.
lost.
Okay, yeah, she's lost power.
Aw.
Go into chat. Hang on, let me see if I can quickly fix this up.
funny, I thought she lived in Canada, not South Africa.
Mm. Wait, there's a dramatic zoom in on me? Oh no. Ah!
Have you zoomed? Why are you so zoomed in? Oh, because it's
I
all.
don't know.
I can't do anything because it's. We'll have to wait for. Well, we can crack on. Everyone's just out. Everyone's just a bit out of place at the moment. Well, yeah. There's not much I can do though, is there? I mean,
I'm now Siobhán.
you are now Siobhán for the time being, and Monty's Henley, and Dave is now Jen. So yeah, once she's back, we'll sort it out.
Yeah, there's two of me.
So where's she staying then?
So yeah, she gives you address. It's in the
Post district.
The noble quarter.
yeah, noble quarters. So, yeah, large townhouses basically.
Oh,
Well,
this is
before we rock
magnifique.
up, if we're going to be wandering around the nobles quarter, might want to dress the part.
Well,
Oh,
I have the clothes for it.
I mean, we've just got off a ship in the middle of a storm, so I bet we're. I don't think any of us are looking particularly our best at the moment.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think an aristocrat like myself always looks his best. So,
So that's
Yeah.
the best.
are
I
all
paid
men
everything.
from are all men this I just lean close to Ava and I go, are all the men from your homeland like this?
I just shake my head.
Oh,
Just shake my head.
So I'm going to spend some of that newfound wealth on making myself look a little bit more
Presentable.
Yeah.
I will probably spend it as well on getting some perfumes and washing my military uniform.
Right.
So it doesn't
That
smell
will
like
yeah.
rain.
That will spend. That will get rid of your gold.
I'm gonna find some ne'er-do-wells, James.
Hi.
What?
Other ne'er-do-wells. And I'm going to have them shadow us specifically for backup. Because I don't believe that anyone in this city can be trusted. So I need as much help as I can get when it comes to these sort of things.
Yeah, so you need some even more untrustworthy people lurking behind you.
Well, if there's one thing that can be trusted, it's people looking for coin.
True.
Sure, spend 2 coin and you can have them.
I will even go the extra mile and pay them extremely well. I will pay them 3 coin.
Okay.
I believe that, I don't really know what I'm wearing. I'm guessing I change into something more suitable for court.
Well, you're not going to court, you're going to Noble's house.
You're going to have tea and crumpets.
Well,
It's grapes and wine, but sure.
Raise your little pinky like,
Yes, hello. Well, I guess I'm already suited. I mean, suitably dressed. So,
tea and don't you mean tea and scones?
Look, bitch, do I look British to you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, just a descendant.
Fine. Little tiny triangle sandwiches with cucumbers in them.
Yeah.
And pepper.
Yeah, cucumber and watercress sandwich.
Yeah.
nice.
I'm sorry, sir. There were no cucumbers in the marketplace. No cucumbers, Lane? No, sir. Not even for ready money.
So, well, I guess we walk up then after getting ourselves suited and booted.
I tell the first mate, Mademoiselle McKenna, you are in charge of the ship whilst I go visit an old friend.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure you'd have probably told him that before you left, but...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I try to make my ship equal opportunity.
What?
Okay. So you approach this lovely looking. It's not extravagant, but it is. It's probably a square. It's square building. What the hell? So it's got equal size. So it is. So the walls are probably equal length out and width, and it's got. So think Italian. It's an Italian like, not manor house, but an Italian like townhouse. So it's probably got a flat roof, flat top, but it slopes down either side. It's got probably red roofing tiles.
Is that
terracotta.
because we're in
Spain, not Spain.
Castile.
Castile at the moment, and it's got like Verdacci stylings? Was it? Or is it Castilian style? But it's just.
It would look Spanish. Yeah, it looks Spanish maybe. Yeah, it would look Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot what country you're in. Okay, I need people.
I just thought it's a good indicator of how like rich she potentially is if she's paid to hover like in a Verdacci styled house.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, so
Verdacci is definitely in vogue this year.
And it's not particularly far away neither. Could you all? I need everyone to switch their cameras off, please.
Sorry.
Do the old camera shuffle.
Oh, do the camera shuffle. Do the camera shuffle. Do.
All right, Chelle, could you switch your camera on, please? I think it was you first.
I think so.
Yes, and then it was Jen, Dave, Andy, me.
Yeah, please. So Jen, switch your camera on.
Oh, me? Oh, sorry. Wasn't paying attention.
Dave,
Andrew,
Monty, and me.
Yay.
Sorry, my computer just randomly decided to turn itself off.
did it overheat?
Oh, wait
I
a
don't
minute.
think so. It's not hot.
Who
Is-
left? Oh, hang on.
We've got double.
I set up because when camera didn't turn up on
Yeah.
time last week, I had the fourth camera set up.
Yeah.
So I was using that, and I've just placed it over top. So, yeah. So it's not Spanish style. It has been done in the style of a Italian, Verdacci villa. It's got.
They spent some money to get a custom styling done.
It's got the house isn't directly on the street neither. It's set a little way in a walled garden. Basically, it's probably
nice.
So it's sort of isolated by kind of. It's not massive amounts of land, but it's probably got about 4 acres, I guess, around it of garden. And there's like a pebbled like driveway. Well, I guess it wouldn't be called would it be called a driveway in this day and age? But there's an
avenue, probably.
Yeah, there's an avenue, and the avenue is flanked by like beautiful trees that are sort of like almost probably evergreen, sort of like long and spindly. And as you sort of like walk up this avenue towards the main house, there's people. There is probably enough wealth here that as you walk, leaving footprints, like people, like kids come running out with rakes and rake the land behind, rake the pebbles behind you to make sure it's not like, it's kept pristine. But that probably doesn't really happen. But they could probably afford it. And as you come up to the front door, what do? You can see like people. Gardeners and servants work, doing things. It's not massive. It's not like one of the English manor houses, but it is large for a city-based dwelling.
I'll just turn to Ava and be like, "You're all sus with this noble etiquette lark. How do we introduce ourselves?"
I was immediately going to see if there was a door handle.
Right.
A door knocker.
I would suggest properly. Perhaps.
Properly what?
The proper way of introducing yourself. So, since you have no noble heritage, I assume you all will not speak unless spoken to.
We'll see how it goes. All right.
That's not how this works.
I really want to invoke my hubris and go overzealous over your ass.
Start brawling outside of the door. That will go down.
Yes. I look to see if there is a knocker or a doorbell that you can ring.
Ava seems kind of hesitant. I think she's not really pleased with having to interact with nobility because she's been away for a while.
Why don't you summon the servant?
You just
first?
Tell me what to do. I can be noble. I just need a couple of pointers.
Just be pleasant. Use titles and do not interrupt. Big hinter.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not a doorbell, it's a pull thing. You pull and it rings a bell.
Pulling 3
God.
times harshly.
All right.
Yeah. Just be polite. Do you know how that is? Do you know how to be polite?
Yeah, I'm like well proper polite.
So eventually, it's probably about 5 minutes before the door's answered.
Oh.
I am deliberately making sure I'm the first person who'll be seen.
And
Oi.
the door opens ajar.
It opens a jar? Damn.
Yeah. Unscrews the jar.
Open the jar and pick
And a white-haired, a man with like short white hair. He's sort of got a bit of the shakes as well. Yeah, yes, sir. How can I help you?
Bonjour.
Madam, sorry, I forget you're a girl because you're a guy.
Yes. Yes. Bonjour. My My name is Captain Marie-Antoinette Normandie. I understand that the lady Countess Normandie, Countess
D'Aubigny.
the Countess D'Aubigny is here in this house.
Hey, that is correct, yes.
Could you please inform her that her old childhood friend has come to pay her a visit and has brought some friends?
You here for a play date? I think she's a little old for a play date.
We have not seen each other since my entrance into the Navy. I would very much like to see her again.
He pulls the door open and he gestures you into a reception room.
I'm properly biting my tongue by going, you could maybe fucking hurry up this time. I could see me like, you said me for Lord.
I take 3 steps in and I turn around and I say, "What is your name?"
You know who it is.
Do I?
Yeah. If you was a childhood friend, you would have known him, but as a younger man. He's a butler that's clearly been in the family for years.
Mon Dieu, Bernard.
Yes.
Okay, then I didn't have to come up with a name.
Yep. That was what you were looking for, you lazy.
Namely much slowpoke, isn't he?
Yeah. Bernard, do you not recognize me, little Julie? Little Marie and little Julie? I keep getting it.
He puts some glasses on. Takes them off, cleans them, puts them back on.
I'm like grinding my teeth.
Yeah.
Walks up, walks a bit closer, looks at you. Ah, Julie, where have you been?
You mean Marie?
Old age has got into you too.
I just lean into him and be like, just fucking go with it. Just take him straight.
You're Julie today. Again.
Yeah, but Cam just said it's me, little Julie.
No, I meant little Mary. This is what I get for choosing a freak. I based my character off of Julie de Bogny, who is a real person, but then I put her into the game.
Right. Sir, Bernard, was it? Do you think that you could go have a little chat with the
Oh yeah, yes, as quick as I can. You start slowly walking towards the door, towards the basically go upstairs.
Right.
What a terrible shame. He has been with his family for so long.
Oh, very, very long.
Maybe it's time to retire.
That is the unfortunate thing about being a commoner in the land of Montaigne. One may not retire, for if one retires, one will die a pauper.
And you think you have to explain this to us?
Yeah.
And she points at herself and Quinn.
Are there any like decanters of like whiskey or anything on like little side tables or something? And it's like, if I'm going to be waiting half an hour for him to get back, I need a fucking drink.
Well, no. So about 10 minutes later, a woman comes. A woman dressed in a maid costume, not costume, uniform. She comes in dressed as a maid, and she's got like a tray. And she puts it down. It's got like a teapot and some glass cups. And she starts pouring everyone a cup of tea.
Merci beaucoup.
She's like, yes, the Countess will be with you momentarily. If you'd like to enjoy these refreshments while you wait, she will be with you shortly. She's just dealing with some business, so just bear with us.
Can I whisper over into Quinn's ear and ask, do you think it could be poisoned?
Oh, let's find out.
I already
like proper like making a massive show of it. Like you go, Lovely.
And you like toss the cup.
No, I put it back down. But
I will have my usual, which is black with 4 sugars.
What?
you can tell me whether that counts as my hubris for foolhardy or not.
Oh right, I was gonna ask.
Well, no. I mean, I might be a bit. I mean, I know I've been quite lenient with them as well. When you brash, cocky, or reckless. Well, you've been pretty brash, cocky, or reckless throughout this entire encounter. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, you can have like a fortune hero point. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you get a hero point.
Cool.
Have I? Because I didn't. Can we can still like get points and stuff just through like interactions and stuff. I didn't.
They don't carry over to the next session though, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So hero points will always reset back to whatever the default for your character is.
So.
Okay.
So it takes about half hour. So it's about half hour when you hear a door open and a raised voice. You hear a raised voice. You don't. Who understands other languages?
I do.
Anyone else?
I mean, I would understand if it was in whatever Montaigne's language is.
Which is Montaigne? No, this is going to be in
How do you
Castilian.
pick up extra languages? I assume I just know Avalon. But
You would know. You know Avalon, and you know Old Fear,
I know
Old
Fear,
Fear.
yeah.
which is the sort of it's a way so you don't like end up with a crew that you can't talk to. But yeah, no, you hear raised voices. Ava, you sort of catch wind that this won't be the last you hear of me. And this man, he's sort of dressed in red, a red robe. He appears to have like what are the beads called?
Rosary.
Yeah, he's got like a rosary round his thing. He's got like a small red skull cap. He just sort of like rushes out of the door.
We're going to kill a cardinal.
Use you.
Well, you're in a side reception, so you only just see him one, because he just comes down the stairs and straight out of the door. He doesn't even close the door, the fucking brute.
That's all I
I'll go over
catch.
to the door and close it.
Sorry, Henley?
I'll walk over to the door and close it.
Was that all that I caught?
Um,
This is not the last you'll hear of me?
If I have the opportunity to stop him from closing the door so that we can hear more, I will absolutely attempt to do that.
no, I mean as he opens the front door and leaves the building.
Yeah, he just doesn't bother close it behind him. Yeah.
Fucking bald in a bar. But yeah, about a minute late. Well, no, probably straight after she, the Countess descends the stairs and enters the reception area and she looks a bit white, like paler than she probably should be. Like all the bloods.
Julie?
Wait, what? Julie? Is that
And
what she's called?
she sees you. Obviously, she sees Marie and her face changes again. It becomes more happy. She looks a bit miserable about something or unhappy about something, but now she instantly, her demeanor changes to warmth of a friendship, and she sort of like walks up to you and because it's kisses on either cheek. And Marie, how is your life in the Navy? It's been a long time since I spoke to you.
I could say it's the same to you, my friend. Oh, it has been too long. I heard there was a commotion. I do not wish to bring it up if it brings you trouble, but...
Marie, would you like to introduce us?
Oh, well, sacre bleu, where are my manners? Julie, allow me to introduce my friends. This is Siobhán O'Brady and Quinn Mallory of Isenmore.
Wait,
I'm
Quinn
a-
isn't.
I'm a
Oh,
Avalon.
sorry. This is Siobhán O'Brady of Isimul.
Pleasure to meet you.
This is Monsieur Mallory of Avaleen.
Yeah.
Right.
And these are Monsieur and Mademoiselle O'Toole, also from Isimul.
Mhm.
I do like a proper bow. That's from our court. I don't know if it's the same from this court, but I do it all the same.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
Once I see you do a bow, I do a bow as well.
and I kind of curtsy and say, I don't know, madam.
Allow me to introduce the Countess Julie Diabogni, one of my oldest friends.
So she's like, well, what brings you to the house? Bernard said you have something about business.
We heard that you. We heard from a contact that you were looking for someone to help you with something, and I have been meaning to get back in contact with you for some time.
Yeah.
Oh, well, brilliant. That's superb. Yes.
I'll just sort of step in and be like, yeah, we're rough, we're tough, and we can get you your stuff. So what was it you're looking for?
The usual Avalon behavior.
She's like, I need you might have to come back later.
How so?
I'm terribly busy. I have an engagement tonight. We're having a celebration tonight. It is Bernard's 105th 60th birthday. And I'm throwing a little celebration for his birthday. He has been with the family for 40 years at least.
Mm-hmm. Pardon my intrusion, but what happened with the man who ran out? You seem a little disturbed after the meeting. If you don't mind me intruding.
That is why I do not want to discuss our business right now.
Can I read the arcana of her? It's like a simple action that Fey Witches can do. And it doesn't take any like hero points or lashes, so I'm kind of assuming it's a thing that they can do subtly.
I think
so
it's,
as
like
they're talking.
It's like reading an aura, isn't it? I think.
It is, yeah. So I find out her strengths and her weaknesses. Because I know her greatest strength and weakness.
That's cool.
And I find out her arcana, so basically her hubris and her virtue.
Well, that is
that
not the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the read lets me see that, and it lets me see it for the rest of the scene. All the arcana.
Here's a dungeon dose of genuine adventuring.
I haven't chosen this, so just bear with me.
No problem.
Well, why don't we maybe?
Oh yeah, we
end
could
the
go
session?
to end the session.
Yeah, it's midnight.
Oh, is it? Oh, was it 11? Oh my god, I didn't realise it'd gone that far. All right, yeah, we'll end this. Yeah, sorry guys, I forgot. All right.
Yes, we reached the first. Luckily, we reached a nice lull. Just
yeah.
I didn't realise. I thought I had another hour. Oh dear. I got confused there. All right. All right. So okay. So let's go around the table and let's see. Did any of you complete your first your story?
I don't know, James. This is entirely up to you. But basically, I just had to prove to myself my skills are effective in combat.
Well, they were. So yes.
Yeah.
All right then. Easy.
Anyone else?
Mine was learn of some scheme, treasure hunt, or heist to get rich quick. Is my first thing.
Okay. Well, you had the key, but you you threw that away. But
I didn't know what it was for. So if this turns out to potentially be some get rich quick thing, then sure for next time. But like so far, no, I haven't really done anything.
Ava, did you actually come up with it? Because I couldn't. I
Right.
mean, I tried. What I tried doing was I tried rolling everyone's story into this start because I thought it was.
Yeah.
But because I didn't have something to work off of, I don't know what I had to roll in. So I mean,
Right. Well, I do. My goal, I don't know what to call it. My story is I need to befriend the enemy. That's what my goal is called, or whatever. I want to gain a friend at court, but I didn't write down the steps for it yet, so
okay.
probably can't do that now. So I guess
Well, step one: meet someone who has
a noble
Meet a
Yeah.
person at court.
no meet someone who has sway and talk.
influence. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be you've done step one.
Okay.
Well,
Mine was practice picking locks
Yep, you did that.
for Open Sesame, and I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And mine was reacquaint with Lady de Morny.
Which you're currently doing.
Yes.
Do I say that's done now, or do I say it's not done just yet?
Well, I mean, reacquaint is one thing, but like meeting again for the first time is not what I would consider to be reacquainting. Like, perhaps if they have a more
In-depth conversation.
I was going to say romanticized conversation about their past together,
Yeah.
like in the next
All right,
like that.
not yet. Maybe next turn.
Yeah.
So did everyone hit their goal? Well, everyone's on the way to hitting their goal, I think.
Apart from me,
Mhm.
yeah. Fine.
Well, sorry, Monty, but
No,
it
no,
was.
it's
I
fine.
did give it to you.
I didn't know what it was for.
Well,
You know.
And everyone also gains a 2-step story completion.
Wait, what?
So you can go into talents and pick up something for 2 points.
Oh,
Well,
really?
Or advantages,
thought-
sorry. Yeah.
Because I thought it was we had to have a 2-step. We needed to have 2 different sessions to.
Well, no, that's your personal story. But, you know, for example, you can now go in and buy something for cheap because James is
Oh.
getting extra. so
Okay, right. Okay, yeah.
We
Cool.
can go and buy an advantage, you said?
advantage or anything that you can spend XP on.
yeah, you completed the story that I wrote, The Lost Cross of the Prophets.
Okay. Do we need to pick that now?
No.
No.
No, you don't have to. But once you do pick it, you need to if everyone can let me know what they've brought, so I can add it to the
Yeah.
reward, so I know what people buy.
Sure thing.
But yeah. How did everyone think that went?
It was good. I think we could speed things up, though, obviously.
Certainly, but yeah, that will just
I
happen.
mean,
though,
we're
won't it?
learning. That's not surprising at all that it
Yeah. yeah.
took a while.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was
no
good
point.
otherwise, though. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it was I think this was a good first session.
I agree.
I've still got loads to fucking read, but
Yeah, I feel I need to like read up and like prep a little bit more for how to like describe what I'm doing and just get more in tune with that. But I feel like I grasped the basics a little.
Mhm.
yeah, I've still got much to learn as well. But I think it was alright. It had a bit of action. I think that took a bit. It probably should have taken an hour, but you know, we were still all learning the system. Once we've got that down pat, I think it will be alright. It will be a lot faster. I think we've got interesting characters, and I think, yeah, I just, yeah, yeah, good job, everyone. I think that was very good. So why don't we go around the table and get people? I forgot to do everyone's shout out shit, but why don't we go around the table and get? In fact, there's just something I wanted to do just for I'm just checking. I'm just trying to find something that I was looking for. Where is it? Where is it? I'll do it. Because I think that I think there's something where the players can vote anonymously, vote who they thought. Yeah, it's not the best role playing in the world. The first thing to do again is hand out the reward. Most of the time, yeah. So have each player secretly vote for who they think had the best, most dramatic. So I probably might do this to the audience as well, and I might do I'll probably make what are they called, a straw poll thing. Basically, and it will be open to everyone, including the players, to vote on who they thought had the best dramatic moment of the story. And all that will mean is they start with an extra hero point at the beginning of the next session.
Oh,
Cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to take me a long time to get that.
I think the rule will be just don't vote for yourself. You know, don't. But yeah, I'll make a straw poll, or I'll get someone else to. If Jay could make a straw poll for me with like all the character names on it, if he's still here, and just throw it in chat. And while we're doing that, we'll get everyone to like give a shout out. So, Cameron.
Hello. Yes. So, if this is the goodbyes, my name is Cameron Harrison. I will be here Mondays for 7C. Also, when inevitably he lets me come back, I will be available Wednesdays to do the CORP and 2185 playthroughs on the Dragon Turtle Games Twitch channel. I would highly recommend that. You can also find me in the chat of the art streamer Spooky Jaws most evenings when she is streaming. You'll also find Pale there. We chat and we get to see wonderful art being done. I'm also active on both Discords, and yeah, let's hang out.
All right, Chelle.
Hello, I'm Chelle. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch with the Kiss It Better, which is conveniently under my character's name. It's excellent. I do this, and then I also... Oh, sweet, it came up. That's cool. I also stream right now Elder Scrolls Online and some Pathfinder, Kingmaker, and Mass Effect, because I have many, many hobbies.
Thank you very much. Dave?
Yo, what up? I'm slowly dying over here.
Aww.
Like the last hour of this game, I've just been like, ugh, because of this sore throat. So that's why I wasn't talking or imposing Alphonse into any conversations or anything like that. So I like where the character's at. I think he has a good good chance to evolve into being someone who's a little bit more easing. We'll see how that goes.
Get the stick out of his ass.
Well, I mean, in terms of like sticks and asses, I think it's like his breeding more than anything, right? So, yeah. But yeah, you'll need surgery to do that. So, anywho, thank you very much for watching. You can find all my garbage over at twitch.tv/Henley or youtube.com/Henley, whichever preference of garbage you prefer.
Nice.
Jen?
Yeah, hi. I'm Jennifer. I'm an art student, so I've got like an Instagram if you want to go see some of the stuff I post. And I've got a Twitter if you want to see the garbage I write. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Monty? You're muted. Oh, no, you're not.
So you can find me on Twitter as Dark Liquid. I also have a blog, darkliquid.co.uk, where I don't ever post anything. And you can also find some of my stuff on Rightful RPG, with stuff that I published for Numino and other bits and bobs.
Brilliant. We've just lost Chelle because her computer's overheated or something. I assume it's overheating. That's what I'm going to assume. But yeah, other than that, I'd like to thank you all for playing and being patient with me. I'm still. I mean, hopefully I'll have a bit more knowledge under my head. Under my head? Yeah, I guess it's going under my head.
Around your head?
No, it's going in. It's definitely going in between it. But you know. But other than that, let's the poll's up at the straw poll that Jay was throwing out there.
Cool.
So go vote for who you thought had the most dramatic moment of the evening, and that will be happening every week. So don't forget, guys, to check out my Patreon. You can either support me here on Twitch by subscribing to Twitch, which gives you access to emotes, or you could subscribe to me on Patreon, which is like $1 a month if you want to, or up to $3, and you get certain extra benefits on that. And don't forget to check out my social media. Most of you probably on the PCG Discord anyway, but if not, don't forget to join and check out my Twitter and YouTube. Subscribe to me on YouTube and like the videos and share it with your friends if you want. Let's get the word out there that we're doing a 7th Sea game, and it may start off a bit rocky like the sea, but other than that,
you could say it will swell in popularity.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Let's go with that. Yep. It will
Nice.
swell.
Sit down, you're rocking the boat.
It will be like
Our tide will come in very soon.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Like a tsunami. Will wash away all the competition.
Yikes.
All right, I'm going to stop that now. But yeah,
Gonna cause a storm of controversy.
check out. So don't forget to vote on who you thought had the best dramatic moment. And other than that, we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Au revoir.